Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to yet another episode of Your Pretend Friends. This is the podcast where we watch every single episode of Young Sheldon and give you a deep, detailed breakdown of what's going on with our boy. Oh, hold on, wait. Sarah's calling me. Hey, what's up? Oh, shoot. Yeah, we might have. Yeah, no. We definitely did leave it in the car. I think I saw it when I came in. Sorry. Just let him know. I'll give it to him when I come back. All right. Love you. Oh, Troy's special blanket is in the car.
Nathan, did you say it should be a fist away?
We are opening our episode today with Nathan forgetting his son's favorite blanket
In the car. Yeah.
Welcome to Pretend Friends.
Bad father.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's funny how attached kids get to small objects like that. It's very endearing. It's very cute.
This podcast brought to you by neglecting your children.
Hey, sometimes you got to do it. All
Jacob,
right.
I wish you
here to film this podcast.
I wish Jacob could be in tune with how excessively major of an insult that is to somebody who actually has children.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I've been thinking. I had a couple moments.
You've been putting all your fucking effort into.
No, there were a couple moments recently where I thought I'm a bad father. One of them was I sat down with my son and we watched 300.
Oh.
Now I know you're thinking like, oh, you probably think you're a bad father because it's a violent movie, but like, no, I felt bad.
How old is your son?
He's 5. But I felt like I was a bad father because it was a shitty movie. It was awful. It did not hold up.
Say more. Wait, you just
funny.
ruffled the feathers of like millions of alpha bros out there.
Okay.
Meatheads
And parents by showing
8th graders.
your 5-year-old
people who are in 8th grade literally and mentally are going to be very upset by that statement.
Yeah, I would go. It has you need the reading level of like a 6th grader to understand it. Not only is it poorly acted,
tough to come by these days.
It is, but it's one of the ugliest movies I've ever seen, like filmed. Like that weird like color grading they do to make it look like a
grainy
comic book
filter they kind of put on
is fucking hideous.
Yeah.
Every single frame of that movie is revolting to look at. It's the same disgusting, like, reddish color palette throughout the whole thing. And it's also, like, okay, roll your eyes at me. I'm sure the same 6th grade reading level people that are going to get mad at me will be extra mad at this. But it's also a fucking racist movie. Because it's like Zack Snyder's,
Against who?
It's, against, like, all Asian people, basically.
Wait, pause real quick. Jacob, have you seen 300? You have an older brother, right, who was a teenager around the time it came out.
So I've only seen 300 in tiny bits and pieces in random order on TNT.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a major
and
TNT
through like
movie.
the quoting of maybe your older brother. I guess it was cool when it came out. But yeah, but it was also apparently, as we now know in hindsight, incredibly racist.
Yeah, so we have these you have all of these guys super super ripped. They do not have shirts on. No, not a male in the Spartan side does not have a shirt on the entirety of the runtime.
Can you imagine being in the military? And charging headfirst into battle. Just completely shirtless. Every single one of the Persians, the Persian Empire is framed as like basically the entirety of the East. So it's just a bunch of brown people coming out. And you think about the time it was made too. It's 2007. It's clearly coded to be. No, it's man, I cannot believe you have not watched 300. It is a little odd, yeah, because it was like around, because you're not that much. Because it's one of those things where like, yes, I think that it's obviously a goofy movie, but like if you haven't seen it, it's like, are you a pussy?
Yeah.
Back then, when this movie was popular.
Back then, Jacob was a pussy.
Yeah, I was a sheltered pussy.
All right, fair enough.
Well.
Remember when last week I said I like Dane Cook? Remember?
Oh yeah.
People don't watch Dane Cook and 300.
Yes, they do.
Oh, dude, come on. That's like the same.
Well,
that's the same
like
person,
the same exact demographic.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just think we find it odd that you've missed.
When I was 12.
Like
this
that
is all
movie.
when I'm 12.
But again, maybe as we talked about this last episode, it's the like 2-year.
There's just enough gap.
Yeah,
we were in like 7th grade when that movie came out.
Oh,
yeah.
So when 300 came out, that was like the sickest shit.
Your
like
middle
ever.
school.
I'm in 5th grade.
Your curriculum is world history around that time, so you're kind of
it's
a little bit
true.
more
And I was a
familiar.
big history guy too, so I was really obsessed with it. I thought it was really good.
Everyone,
but you watch it as an adult and you can see
you have your 300 phase.
It's clearly like a product of its time because again, it's like kind of like post Iraq War we're losing the insurgency, and it's like coded as like, hey, like we, these beautiful Western like white looking guys, are gonna be like jacked and stand against all these hordes of Asia. It doesn't matter how many brown people are thrown at us. Zack Snyder bells that if you get enough
fuck them all up.
ripped fucking beautiful men.
Snyder movie.
That was a Zack Snyder movie.
That was like the movie
Wow.
for me at least that like put him on the map really. Like,
I think that was his first.
well,
like,
I mean,
big
the
movie.
other movie was that like Watchmen. Like I don't.
No, Watchmen sucked ass too. I didn't even.
I like
buy
that
it.
movie, but everyone hates it, and I acknowledge that it's just. Maybe
Wait,
it's,
when you saw 300 as a kid, you were aware of like the.
No, we were in 7th grade, bro.
But like you were aware of what was going on in Iraq.
I mean, no. I didn't
No,
make
we're
that
saying it in
connection. I'm
hindsight,
like, I'm
like,
talking
yeah.
about. This is the thoughts I
hindsight.
had as I was sitting there watching it with
Okay.
my 5-year-old.
Yeah.
But my 5-year-old dug it for the reasons that a 5-year-old would. Like, there's just cool.
Dude, that
like,
scene where they like get in that formation and they push all those fools off the
Yeah,
cliff
dude,
with
that
their
was
shields.
pretty cool. But again, like
So
you can't really enjoy the action that much because everything just looks so ugly.
Yeah.
So Nathan, you sound like a
Yeah.
pretty progressive father. So you showed him 300, and you're like, there's no part of you that's like, maybe this might fuck him up.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's like it's
I don't know. I'm not.
everything's
judging, I'm
out
just
there.
asking.
Like I'm going to expose him to as much as he can and like make him as like media and culturally literate as possible,
Yeah.
and then let him eventually come
Let him
to his own.
decide.
Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's it's a good thing though because you have like the capability to put in the proper context.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what he's seeing.
That's
right?
true.
Like it's not like Nathan's watching it and being like, "Isn't it fucking sick?"
Yeah,
how they,
dude,
Yeah,
look
as
at
long
these
as,
fuck-
as long as it's
how they
in the
killed
proper,
those brown people.
Yeah.
As long as it's in the
Those
proper
stupid
context,
Persians.
having exposure is probably better than like sheltering them and making them scared of it.
Well, yeah, because when
true.
does that
So-
ever worked out? You know, the most
Yeah.
It
sheltered
doesn't.
people
There's
in
a whole
media are
concept of
always-
exposure therapy for people who like can't like just
Yeah,
certain
no.
things like maybe death cause you anxiety.
Yeah.
Can't
No,
even
you
think about
over
it.
shelter your child. That's how you make
Very
a fucking
costly.
Taylor Swift fan. That's how you make like a Wonder Bread.
We should
person.
have like a sound for a Taylor Swift, like whenever she comes up.
Yeah. Oh,
It should be
yeah.
like
She does come
like
up a lot.
Hey, Jacob, edit this in. Edit like
Yo, Taylor,
some sound. I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
I'll be like,
But
anyway.
Beyonce
Oh,
had
yeah, I'm
one of
gonna
the best
let you
videos
finish.
of all time.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay, so what did you think
One
of
of the best
the
videos of all time.
historical accuracy of 300?
Oh, it's not even remotely historically. I mean, like the Battle of Thermopylae, however you say it. I'm not Greek.
I think it's
definitely
Thermopylae.
happened, but it was like thousands and thousands of Greeks that went there. It was 300 Spartans, but it was actually like they were way outnumbered by like all the other Greeks that joined them.
So Spartans are like the samurai of the Greek.
God damn it, Jacob.
No,
They're
for
like the
real.
Navy SEALs.
All right,
No,
cool,
you know,
cool.
Yeah,
like
no. They're the Spartan culture,
So
which
yes.
is, this is real. Like Spartan culture is all it was all martial.
Yeah.
So like all of the young boys were trained from a very young age.
Right.
Like the health
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the Spartan state was like their ability to be better at war than everyone else.
Guys, I
which is
don't-
why they win the Peloponnesian
I don't want to
War,
disappoint you, but I might have seen the parody and not 300. What is
saw
that?
Meet the Spartans.
Meet the
Yes, I might have
Spartans.
seen Meet the Spartans.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna sock you.
though. Yeah, like punch you in the
What the
mouth.
fuck?
God damn it, Jake.
I was like, oh yeah,
Go,
he kicked her
go
in the
back.
hole.
Wait, no, we're gonna
Oh yeah, no, yeah. We're gonna have to stop broadcasting, folks.
we can
We're tired. We're gonna
reenact
take
it
a
like
break.
all your stupid friends in it. Oh my god, dude, people quoted and reenacted. And our rival middle school, their mascot
A Spartan.
was the Spartans.
That's
And
awesome.
it, I mean, yeah, for them, but like when you go
Yeah,
like
dude,
when
yeah,
you
that's
sports
kinda-
against them,
dude,
it's so
That is pretty sick when there's some pop culture that's just like your mascot. Like in my middle school, we were the Tigers. So for every single basketball game, we would play Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, nice.
And we're
that's
just
pretty
like, yeah,
cool.
we are the
Yeah.
Tigers.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
my wife's high school was Terra Nova. They're the Terra Nova Tigers, so it's TNT. So they would play that AC/DC
Oh,
song that's like
dude.
TNT.
Yeah. I
It's
love it. I
dynamite.
love that. I was just thinking about that song last night.
It's good.
That sounds
But it's funny, like you listen, like I was thinking, like someone brought up AC/DC the other day, and I was like, oh, there's like 2 or 3 AC/DC songs that I like, but that means that you like their entire discography because all of their songs sound exactly
Yeah,
alike. It's like
exactly.
the
It's
same
very
3 songs,
consistent.
like
Yeah.
repeated over and over
Yeah.
again. So like, yeah, I guess I'm a big fan.
I unfortunately love ACDC. That's one of my favorite bands.
Hey, man,
Have
more
you
power
listened
to you.
ACDC, Jacob?
I've listened to like the main songs. Like Thunderstruck was played
Dude,
at
that
every
song's so
single
annoying.
one of my middle school dances. They played Thunderstruck
Wait,
to
dude,
12-year-olds.
to 12-year-olds, but like it's incredible. When I was doing middle school and high school dances, they were playing like T-Pain.
Well, to be fair, this was at a church in Nebraska. So
Fair enough. Yeah.
Nice. That sounds good. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I think some people got fingered in the bathroom, but it certainly was not me doing the finger.
Do you guys have bands that like have their fault, like their flaws or their drawbacks?
Of course, Blink-182.
Like, you just like them anyway? Still?
Yes.
Okay.
I know
what
cringy.
criticisms of Blink-182 are you aware of, Jacob?
It's just that they're
I
very whiny and angsty. It's like, my mom didn't feed me chicken nuggets, you know. And it's like stupid.
The suburban angst of it all just seems very obnoxious in hindsight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like this was the most popular.
Oh, and then they're just so
you
stupid.
must have
Like
been really winning.
he made
Yeah, this is the
like,
worst
this
thing
is
happening
the
to
anxious
you.
outcry of the youth.
Yeah.
like
Well,
all of their songs are so childish. Like Adam's song just about aliens exist is a song. It's just about how aliens
How do you
exist.
think they
There
feel
you go.
about like continuing to perform those songs now?
I think now they don't like it, but there are some more recent songs that are popular with like people that we know that are still really into Blink-182 and go to concerts, that they're like popular. So they do still get to play more recent stuff, but it does sound extremely similar. And I bet part of them are like, well, we have to make it sound like
Well,
I
that.
just don't think they ever pictured. Oh, go ahead, Nate.
I was gonna say pop punk is a very limiting genre. Like
No kidding.
you can only
Yeah.
sound a
And that's-
certain way,
yeah,
and
and
it's just
that's
like what
like-
else are you
yeah.
gonna do?
Well, and that's it's like the whole attitude of the genre cultivates that, because like we're not like them, we're like this. So then if you change, it's like, well, shit, now you're like them.
and now you're like, damn.
You're a sellout.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, okay, Thomas from fucking
Yeah.
Newbury Park and
Yeah.
shit.
Like, went your
Fucking
life.
dickhead, shut up.
That is such a
I'll just kick your ass.
that
See,
is
that's-
such a Gen X thing to like care about selling out. Like
Well, dude, think about it, bro. Like everyone was winning in the late '80s and '90s for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Economically speaking, like Bill Clinton led like a really big expansion, or he just happened to be in office when it occurred. But like people were, like we were still kind of like the shit then. It was really sort of
Like
Yeah.
economic expansion.
like we were just, everyone thought that like life was cool. Like I feel like people
Yeah.
were just generally like in better moods. Well, there was like,
Remind me what years Bill Clinton was president?
huh?
92 to
96.
Because the thing is, like, there's obviously-
92
Oh,
to
he got-
2000.
Wait, he did 2 terms?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god,
Dude, I was born in, I don't know,
Yeah,
like
that's fair
pre-Bush, pre-9/11 Bush, I don't know.
It's true. Yeah, I mean we did become a different
should.
country after that.
I
so
should.
it's
My
fair
dad
enough.
talks my head off about history all the
Dude,
time.
9/11 changed everything.
Yeah,
it's
it really
crazy.
did.
Dude,
But going back to
I
Blink
know.
182, like
Yeah.
it's amazing how still popular they are. Because one, we're in a stuck culture, right? Nothing new can come out of this cultural moment right now. We're just repeating what we've always done.
Yeah,
But they were so popular that they, when Frank Ocean like shit the bed at Coachella, they took over as headliners.
Really?
Yeah, last
Wow.
year. Yeah, and like people weren't as mad as I would thought.
I mean,
I
those
just-
are the same crowd. I like Frank Ocean as well.
I just can't
Me
imagine
too,
though being
but-
like
but I
50
also
and
like
singing
really
a song that's like
Blink-182.
about not being confident when you're 23 years old.
No, no,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when we
You're
win-
just up there,
Nobody
just like,
likes it when you're 23. You're like 53.
dude, they're really old now.
That's
They're-
true, but we did
yeah.
go to a concert like that, and it was pretty cool.
I know,
So
but
they
like I'm
play
not
on Sum
talking about
41.
hearing it. I'm saying like for the artist perspective.
I know.
You know, they're people too, Jacob.
But I
you
think-
might,
for
you
them
might not
to
be aware of
singing
this.
it.
I think
What?
you would think that like someone at
No,
that
they're
level
not.
it takes like a journeyman's attitude to it, right? Like they're just a professional. They're there, they're singing the song, they are making the money, so it's like whatever.
Yeah.
like they're like
That's
that's,
true.
what the
It's-
people
it
want
is
to hear.
acting. They're
You're a
acting.
performer. Yeah, you're an actor. Whatever.
Even when they're in their heyday, if you're touring and performing 50 times in a year,
Oh, God,
not
this
every
sucks.
time do you feel like it. So sometimes you gotta act.
Yeah, and then like okay, think of the Blink 182 fan base. Imagine if they did come out with an album that was like free form acid jazz or something, just like completely out of their normal.
Well,
retinue.
no one
like,
would
no,
listen
no
to
one,
it. It'd be
everyone
a
would hate
You
failure
it.
guys,
of an
you guys are
album.
touching on something that I was actually gonna bring up today. Because have you seen the movie Misery from 1990?
No, yeah, I love them.
I saw it last night, and that movie is fucking crazy, dude. But the thing is, like, okay, so it's about this writer, this famous writer who like his car veers off the road and he gets injured and he gets taken in by like a super fan of his who just happens to be living nearby. But like everyone knows that premise, right? It's like the general
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and he can't move, and then she's like a little odd.
No, and she wants him to keep. He kills off the
Yeah,
character in her favorite book.
Exactly.
Right?
So
Yeah.
he killed off a character in the series that this woman loves, and she reads a manuscript that hasn't been published yet.
Oh,
and she
right.
freaks out and
Right.
like makes him
so
like.
funny.
But the thing is, like, Misery, the movie, is based on a Stephen King novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Stephen King basically being sort of meta about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
making
he
this,
can't
he's saying
break
the
the
same
mold.
thing
Oh
that
my
you
God.
guys
He
are
can't
just
break the
saying,
mold.
Where
Yeah.
it's like it's him
Yeah,
like
it's
rebelling
like
against
it's
that.
like she
you know?
could have kidnapped Blink-182 and like, if she could have listened to their album before they put it out and been like, no, you have to rewrite all of
This
these.
is acid jazz. What the fuck is this?
It's because that
what are these
situ-
trombones doing here?
that situation though is just a metaphor for like the relationship with fans though.
yeah.
Right, where it's
Right,
like
exactly.
your livelihood is kind of dependent on like
yeah,
their
it's a
whims.
good moment to reflect on the cultural moment.
You're held
right now.
hostage.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
all it
literally
is-
held
yeah.
hostage
You're
by the
held
audience.
hostage
like,
Well,
by your
here's what I
fans.
think too. I think that's
Damn.
also a consequence of an
a great
increasingly
point.
global fan base, because it's like not only do you like the fact that like music is so widespread and it can go anywhere and anyone can jump on Spotify all over the world.
Yeah, we just did it.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, shout out Pretend Friends podcast download.
Oh.
But it's like all of these
Hell
artists
yeah.
have like a global gun to their head, which is like, dude, if you deviate even a little bit from what we like you, we're gonna go on Twitter, we're gonna go to all these venues, and we're just gonna fucking tear you apart. Like, you, heaven forbid, you make me feel uncomfortable.
You're gonna get
Respect
flamed in
the challenge.
forums and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going down.
Like
Yeah, my
Logic,
friend I was
like how
watching them-
Logic got bullied out of rap.
Yeah, basically, or like Chance the Rapper.
Oh, dude, what a
Yo,
dork.
dude, he got divorced, and now his worst album ever is even worse.
But it's
Yeah,
kind of
because
like
he
when
made
Nathan,
that about his wife, right?
well, Nathan was saying though, it's like
called The Big Day.
Sucks to suck.
The name of the album is The Big Day.
it's one of those things though where it's like when artists do try something else, yeah, it sucks, but like I don't think that should be like the end of your career or like your
No,
relevancy. You know, it's
You
like, dude,
need-
you had a miss. You know, like
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
back
but
later. I
some
don't know.
people just straight up change. Like Chance the Rapper just changed as a person, and that's fine. But if people,
How do you know that?
I mean,
he
yeah, it's
just
true.
matured. You can tell his music, like the topics are different because he's matured. He's at a different stage in his life. Like how Nathan is he doesn't care about hip hop anymore because you're a dad. You have like other shit going on. You don't
Yeah,
care.
just
You've
don't
moved
care.
on.
So you're saying it's kind of like we were talking about like, with Kendrick Lamar, like his subject matter is just gone.
Yeah.
It's changed over time.
and,
Yeah,
and
but he's
that's
still a good
okay.
artist, so it works.
Right.
He's that
Yeah,
good. at least.
yeah.
But he's that good. Not everyone's
It's
that good.
okay, but if the fans reject the new you, that's also
Well,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you
that's
guys
fine
think
too.
of an
Yeah, for
artist
sure, for
that
sure.
radically changed their sound like throughout their career? Like, what's an example of someone who just did something completely different? I'll do an easy one. Is like the Beatles, right? They start doing like doo-wop covers of like 50 songs, and then before you know it, they're doing like Sgt. Pepper and like Revolver and all
completely
Yeah.
different.
that.
I-
Those
I
are
only
that's
really-
completely
I would say that's most bands because we're just not aware of what came before. You know, a lot of the
Oh, yeah,
times.
good
It's
point,
like it's like a lot of people's
Yeah.
knowledge of their history goes as far back as their mainstream like breakthrough success,
True.
which could
Also,
have been like
I
way
think
different.
I think it's really common.
Like Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of sound a lot different than they used to.
Oh yeah, those first two Red Hot Chili Pepper albums are just completely different.
Were you gonna say,
They're also
Jacob?
not
Oh,
very
it's
good.
just like it's really common with like rappers who start off really raw,
Mhm.
like Mac Miller and Tyler the Creator. They started off like with a pretty very low production value sound, and then
Yeah.
over time they just transition into like actually like making music.
Yeah.
So
And then they make
essentially-
money
yeah.
and they have a different life. So not only do they have
I mean, the
better
music got
equipment, better
better.
access. Yeah, the music.
And,
Oh yeah,
and it started
New-
with their
dude,
rapping skills, but then they learned how to make music. Basically,
New Tyler the Creator is so much better than old Tyler.
It
Dude,
is,
oh
for
my
sure.
God.
Crazy
For
how much
sure.
better.
Well, it's because he
way
stopped
better.
going off of vibes, and then he's
Yeah.
just like, okay, I need to just
After
become a
that-
good artist. Now.
After
Yeah,
that
yeah.
B album, from then on, it's good.
Yeah,
Before that, it was pretty bad.
dude, the last album that he just had, I know I was just talking shit about hip hop, I don't care, but I actually listened to that album all the way through.
From 2022.
Yeah, the Call Me If You Get Lost, I think
That's
it
a good
was.
one, man.
It's a
Oh,
really
that's
good
actually,
album.
he's actually done
Yeah.
an album since then.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's like the latest. What's the name of the latest album? I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure it's
know.
Call Me If You
You're
Get
talking
Lost.
about the
Okay,
one that has
maybe
like his
you're
driver's
right.
license on the cover.
Yeah, that one.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
really
you're
good.
right. You're right. I
pretty
did
good. That's a
listen
good
to
one.
that main
That's a good
song
one.
from
Yeah,
that.
That was a good one.
But I mean, him and his essence is still kind of the same. I mean, the subject matter is different. It's better beats, but like he still kind of has that like same like attitude. But
Well, it's just there's actual production and like nice sounds to listen to in between it.
Yeah.
Whereas in the past, it was just Tyler the Creator,
It's just
so
like
you better like what he's
blah,
like
blah, blah,
doing.
blah, blah.
Yeah,
So Jacob,
yeah. What's up?
you're a stand-up comedian, right?
I am.
You
I claim.
perform in front of audiences regularly.
I do.
What do you think of like where do you sort of draw the line between hearing what the audience's feedback is and like what they would desire and kind of like what you think?
Wow,
your
what a
vision
what a
is?
great question. I was gonna say like feedback, and I was like, sir, I have to get them to like something first before
Yeah.
they reject the new thing. But I mean, sometimes it's obviously if someone laughs or whatever at something that I think is funny, that I go, okay, good. Someone else, I communicated that thought correctly. But sometimes they don't, and I'm like, I still kind of accept it. I just think, well, I must not have told them in the right way, because that idea is funny, but maybe that doesn't mean I said it in the right way.
Yeah, conceptually good, just bad execution.
But sometimes I try something over and over, and I'm like, this is just, I just didn't take the right angle. I don't know. I'm too early on to be able to like reject much feedback, to be honest.
Yeah. I think I've heard you say though, there's some jokes that you're just like, I
think
that
it's
joke.
funny.
Like I just like it.
If
Like,
I really think it's funny, I'm just like, fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah. You know, like the band Tool. You guys know
I know
Tool
of it,
is?
but I haven't really listened to it.
Yeah,
So I haven't listened to a lot of Tool.
I know
but
it's got a cult following.
Yeah,
right?
so they're known for being just like very good, very progressive, very sort of like out there with their sound, right? And they're just very technically sound. So it's just like they are legit, just like a sick band. And they have a very consistent, or not consistent, but they have a very like defined vision and sort of like sound.
Yeah.
And people like them a lot for that. And it's like they don't really promote a lot and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like but they're just sick. So that attracts a lot of nerds though, right? As you can imagine. So a lot of nerds like Tool. The thing is though, is that Tool, like they legitimately like think that their fans are dumbasses sometimes, because the fans look for like deeper meanings in a lot of their music. And try to find there's like all this like built up stuff that they always talk about and discuss and like think is there, and the band's just kind of like, dude, we're just making sick music. Like shut the fuck up. Like, stop taking this so seriously.
That was the band that
they
people
legit
thought,
don't give a
like,
shit.
Do they ever comment on it in the lyrics?
Yeah, they make like little jokes and shit.
like
So
when
like a lot of
bands do
their
that.
songs and album covers are like dick jokes and like butt jokes and stuff. So it's like they're willing to spite their audience to go as far, like so far where they just actively put like anti messages.
I love when people do that, like how you told me Blur or Song 2 by Blur.
Oh yeah, Blur.
It's just how's it go?
Fronted
How's
by
it start?
Damon Albarn.
What's the lyric? It's just like
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Song 2 by Blur is basically like a parody song. Like it's sort of making fun of like mainstream rock at the time, and that's why like firstly it's just called Song 2, and then just like secondly like the lyrics, you know, like the chorus,
it's like the
Damon Albarn, you know, like
it's
you've
the
heard
most note-toast thing they could have given everyone.
Nathan, you like Gorillaz, right? So like you're
course.
like you know this guy can write some deep lyrics. So he just comes in
great.
just woo.
And that was their biggest hit too. That song made him like millions of
Dude,
dollars.
it's huge, yeah.
I was thinking of like eras of music, blurs and eras of music, but like one of the worst eras of music I think I lived through was that brief period where it was like stomp clap white people music. You know what I mean? And then there was like 8 people in the band. There was like 2 banjo
Stomp
players.
clap?
It was like this like folk renaissance.
And it kind of new and right. I belong with you. You belong with me. You're my sweet. Oh yeah, bro. We should start one of
Dude,
those
I
bands.
love
we
that.
should.
I was
We gotta bring it
senior in
back,
high
dude.
school when that came
We're gonna
out.
bring
I
back,
love
dude.
that song.
We're gonna bring back that scene. And we're gonna make it San Francisco too.
Dude.
We're gonna make San Francisco the heart of the indie folk revival.
Home, let me come home.
Yeah, dude, so
Oh
bad.
man, like all those like folky songs. Yeah, we didn't realize like how hard gentrification was taking it to us.
I know.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
you
what
had no idea, dude. You know what? You know
That
what?
was like their
Culturally,
battle
man.
song.
Dude, it really was. And like
the-
they were stomp clamping, and then they were moving breweries into your neighborhood, charging $17 for a burger.
Yo, everything just
they're
sounded-
gonna make you a whiskey drink in a fucking mason jar, and you're gonna pay $29 for this
Everything
shit.
looked and sounded
Man,
wooden.
dude, it's just
Yeah.
like, dude, if you guys are
Terrible.
gonna be like the economic sort of like people who are like implementing a lot of change here, like, could you at least have a little bit more taste,
Dude,
Just some swag.
It just sucks that those
something.
people like happen to have
Dude,
the least amount of
those
taste.
hit it. You
Well,
know, like
what was-
that's like that the essence of the indie folk is like what like Austin's turning into. Like that
Yeah.
that is like
Yeah.
the core of
What was the
Austin.
second song? That was like a boat or something?
I don't remember.
It came out right
Wait.
after that.
But there was one that was there's
Which
the
one?
one other song I hate that's from that genre is like Hush Little Lion Man, coming with the start.
Bro, I don't even think I'm not even.
And it was not your fault but mine.
I'm glad that song never found its way to me.
It sounds like
thank
you're
God.
singing a Blink-182 song.
Yeah.
Hey, is
I'm
that
just
one
thinking
song?
about-
What is it for you? Is that one of them?
I think it's one of them.
Because you have to
For
sing more than 2
you.
seconds.
Yeah, for you. It's I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? And then he just goes into a banjo solo. Dude, I can't.
Holy
Wow, how did you?
smokes.
No,
Yeah.
that's the song I'm talking about. Isn't there like something with a pirate ship or something?
I don't remember. But
Damn
all-
it, man.
it-
We have
it's
such
like-
incomplete knowledge of this.
No,
I
it's,
know,
it's like the
dude.
boat is creaking at parts in the song.
Why do we have to pick a topic that we know so little?
Guys,
about?
Guys, I really want to talk about the like hustle culture LinkedIn posts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, there's a headline from Business Insider that says PR firms.
This man has a subscription.
That's how you know you gotta run, bro. PR firms. We can talk about that later. Are running executives' LinkedIn profiles.
Oh Jesus.
And like ghostwriting posts for them essentially.
And then they're
Makes
outsourcing it to Chat GPT probably.
I mean, yeah, there's layers of outsourcing going on here. One, LinkedIn fucking sucks.
What a fucking hellhole.
It's a hellhole. Not sucks in like I'm not enjoying myself as not like this is bad. It's like it's actively like evil and actively makes my life worse every time I log on to LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Although
it is fun to look at the curated forums of people screenshotting the most insane fucking posts.
Yeah. No, they're pretty
Oh,
great.
you mean like the Reddit
Like
thread?
LinkedIn
Lunatics.
on Reddit.
LinkedIn
Yo,
Lunatics.
shout out LinkedIn Lunatics.
It's
Yeah, shout out Reddit.
hilarious.
It's pretty great.
It's a great one. It's a good one.
Well, because I'm in sales. Shane, you were in sales, so you kind of have to be on LinkedIn, because
Right.
like that's just a way to
Yeah.
connect
Oh,
with
really?
people. It's just
Damn,
one
I
more.
only have to be on LinkedIn if I'm unemployed.
Yeah, no, lucky you. Me and Shane have experience having to use LinkedIn to make money, so we have to go in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you use it as a way to get reach out to someone. You have it as one more kind of avenue that you can reach out
Yeah.
if like the deal starts to fall through or whatever.
Yeah.
And the thing you see,
yeah, it's
I
very
feel like I should give an example of one of these insane posts. What got this conversation started is I sent a screenshot to Nathan and Shane of someone basically saying, Mark Zuckerberg works out every day. What's keeping you from working out every day? Because he's really busy and stuff. And are you more busy than Mark Zuckerberg?
Ooh.
Completely ignoring the idea that like this man can pay for trainers.
Yeah.
And just to imply that a billionaire, one of the like top 5 richest people in the world, has it harder than you.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is literally like corporate deep throating. Like
Yeah.
holy
Big time.
shit,
big
bro.
time. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? I like I just can't imagine like typing that out and then like pressing like enter. You know what I mean?
man.
Like Jesus, bro.
It's because it's the nature of it. Every social media outlet has its purposes, right? You have Facebook to keep up with your racist aunt. You have Instagram to stalk your ex, and you have Snapchat to cheat on your partner.
Actually,
And then you have LinkedIn. to,
My
like-
ex used LinkedIn to stalk me, actually. So don't count LinkedIn out on the stalking.
your
use
LinkedIn
case.
is like, yeah, I see what you're saying, but like it's like another version of yourself though. So you
Yeah,
kinda,
it's not
like,
real. Like you're there to present the business self and to like seek employment, and then
You have to use it. It's like a catch-22.
yeah, like
just
you have.
to.
But like the people who willingly post on there, and you see a lot of this in sales too, where it's just like they think that like they're cultivating like a brand, and they think that's gonna like generate
well,
sales.
yeah.
for them.
Well, is
Like,
it really their fault though when you hear so much about that, like in like magazines and literature and stuff, and like
Yeah,
like
it's-
the
yeah, it's really hard to
concept, like
say.
that dystopian concept of like the personal brand.
It
Jacob,
is-
have you even heard of like since you're an engineer,
The
like is
personal
this-
brand.
Are you familiar with this concept? Yeah.
Not really, but I feel like all this mentality aligns with those alpha camps we were talking about last week. Where
Say
it's
more,
it's
say
like
more.
you're a pussy, don't be a pussy, fucking hustle, pussy. And then that's the same mentality of like people who post this and say, what the fuck are you talking about? The self brand. What is that?
Oh,
is it?
personal brand.
Personal
So,
brand.
Yeah, it's like this.
I mean, I
it's,
can
it's like it's
imagine.
like an exercise that people encourage you to do professionally, to think like, you know, what are my skills? Like what is like my pitch basically of myself?
Okay,
Like,
I
what
guess-
how do I want to position myself and how I come on? Like what
Yeah.
values do I want to like have?
Mhm.
And I think about that and I just like, dude, like
I kind of
That
have
is-
that, but probably in a different way.
that's so like dystopian though, because
It
it's
is.
like
Okay, it's
you're like
different then.
faking your personality.
Okay,
basically.
yeah.
You're like, I understand there's like a way to be like okay, I'm self-aware and I know what my strengths are and whatever, and
Yeah,
like what I
yeah.
should bring up and surface as like competency areas, but then like it's just so weird to be like, I want to be seen as this, so I'm
Right.
gonna like
Right.
say this,
Yeah.
or
I-
do
yeah.
this.
I definitely
so
like.
calculated.
I'm not in the business side, but you know, I still work in the corporate world, so I could have fallen into that. But I guess like in my role, it's a lot easier to just reject that because it's not as necessary, basically.
Well, the thing is like, it's not necessary, is what
It's
I'm
not
saying.
necessary.
Right? Like
It's never
I don't know.
necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Like,
I
the
think
only-
it's more necessary in those roles because those roles are more about like relationships and stuff.
I think it's a good exercise to do once to just reflect on yourself, but then
Yeah.
like I think that No, I think that concept became popular because there was all these fucking like self-help gurus and shit who needed to say something that sounded cool,
Well,
like
that's
a
another
novel
thing,
concept to like sell you their fucking course. Or
Yeah, all
whatever.
LinkedIn is people trying to sell you like their most courses imaginable. Like, why
Yeah.
would I purchase this from you? Why would I care? Why would I want to increase my
You know the
LinkedIn?
worst thing ever is, and this is very popular on LinkedIn, is when someone makes a post and they're like, I got to 200 followers today. Thank you so much for. If anyone ever posts about social media numbers,
You've seen that? Wow.
on LinkedIn, yes,
Oh, yeah, I've seen
definitely.
those too.
What?
Yeah.
They're like, thank
People
you
like,
so
"Can't
much, blah, blah,
believe it.
blah, 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 all this other shit.
Yeah, that exactly takes us to like my conclusion of personal branding, where it's like it'll speak for itself. I
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Especially in a work environment, and also too, like people can smell that shit like a mile away. Like people know you're being fake.
So that's why I'm like confused why people still post on LinkedIn at all, because it's like this
Because
metagame is so saturated.
They just
Yeah,
can't shut up about themselves.
Yeah.
The reason that person's posting that whole thing about Zuck is because he wants to be like, I'm doing this. Are you?
and all the other weirdos are gonna like it and like engage. 'Cause
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
goes
Gonna
over
clap
No,
it.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And
Wow.
it's a giant circle jerk of those people that are just liking each other's posts and just like booming
Dude,
it up.
holy
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty shit.
Like, because that means that it's basically gonna be like a flywheel, and it's just gonna keep feeding into itself and just get increasingly more insane
Please.
because no regular people are posting it anymore.
No, this,
So like the average insanity
no
is gonna keep
regular
going.
human being posts on LinkedIn.
The subreddit is called LinkedIn lunatics for a reason.
Yeah.
They're
word.
fucking lunatics.
No, you should the purpose of LinkedIn, you can really easily apply for jobs. Like that's it. If you're posting, you're a fucking
Yeah.
psycho.
And you know what
What do you
sucks
say?
though, from LinkedIn's perspective, like the company,
What?
I bet they fucking hate this shit, bro. But it's like same thing. Like they have a gun to their head too because it gives
No,
them
they
engagement.
don't.
I don't
Yeah.
think
They
they.
don't hate it. They
I think-
actively encourage.
No.
like-
Yeah, they like the engagement, but they don't like the content.
Oh yeah, there's
You know
no
what
way
I'm
anyone
saying?
that
Like,
works
there's
on
no way
LinkedIn enjoys the content.
people
No,
work
hell
there are
no.
like, yeah, this is tight.
No.
Maybe though. I don't know. What do you think? I feel like
I think
again
the
on Jacob's
exact-
side.
I think people
yeah.
like at our level probably think like whether or not they like the app and stuff, just like we have at other jobs. Or like you would wherever, but I don't think the executives give a fuck. They're the ones posting it. They're like, this is great. Look at this great post.
Oh,
I
because they
made
want to
about-"
jerk off too.
Yeah, they're the ones They're like, great. I own a company about how awesome it is that I'm me. Cool.
Damn. Damn.
LinkedIn is
That was tight. I didn't even think of that.
Cool.
Holy shit. This boy Jacob came to play today.
yeah, man, yeah. This LinkedIn's also owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense to me.
Wait, it somehow got even lamer.
Okay,
Yeah.
regular normal people who work at LinkedIn are probably annoyed by it. Let's
But you don't have to necessarily like the product that your company makes. Let's just say that. Like,
it's just like, yeah, I don't even want to talk about this anymore. Honestly, I'm
there's
so.
definitely
You've
a
been
lot
thinking about
to
these
talk
people
about.
fucking piss me off. Speaking of job opportunities, the NFL draft was this week. You guys, were you guys religiously following? the picks?
zero Nebraska players are drafted for the second time in 5 years.
Damn.
Pour one out. Those are the Scott Frost era draft picks I'm talking about. No one.
Jesus Christ.
On top of that, Nebraska, like that's all Nebraska has. You guys,
The
you guys
corn
have
has
the
it.
college,
True.
yeah, the corn.
Yeah.
has
This
the
is
college
true. That's
football
why they're
team.
so
You can't
rambunctious.
guarantee
Have you ever noticed how the best sports fans, especially for college, are in bumfuck areas?
that. Yeah, dude. of
There's a
course.
reason
What
for
else- yeah,
that.
What else are we doing here?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a reason that the Pac-12 dissolved and no one really cares as much about college football out here.
The Pac-12 being the premier college football conference on the West Coast. Very storied history. Was once the Pac-8, then the Pac-10 for a while.
In the Pac-12,
At the most iconic run, I would say, arguably during the Pac-10 era, at least in my lifetime, because there's more social media.
for
then.
sure. Aaron Rodgers, Cal, Michael, what's his name? The guy who ate Skittles?
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
Hey, I
From
met
Cal.
Marshawn
Cal
Lynch
was
at Temple
popping
nightclub
off.
in San Francisco.
Dude, no way.
Andrew
He's
Luck.
around. Like
yeah,
people
he's
meet
around.
him all the
He's
time.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all you
Because
gotta
he's
do is
from Oakland,
shake
right?
a bag of Skittles and he comes by.
running out.
I feel like they see that's what I get that was charming, but to me, it kind of like bothered me that
What?
that would be such a big the whole Skittles.
The
thing.
Skittles thing. Well, that's just. I mean, that's Marshawn Lynch's personal brand.
I
For
think he
real,
went
though.
with it, but I feel like
His personal brand is that he's weird and quirky. He was even doing it in college when he drove that fucking cart around.
but he's not weird and quirky.
Well, he's
You know what I
not?
mean?
I don't know.
Like,
You know
because
Marshawn Lynch.
so my
Yes,
sister
I
has
mean-
worked with him before because she has like a production house in Oakland.
Oh, you mean when you met him in person, he wasn't weird?
So my
and
sister like
quirky.
knows him, yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh.
And I've like seen him. Like we've been
So
to
it's
like
an- it's
private
all an
screenings
act.
that he put
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
It's not really an act. Like that's him when he plays football. But I feel like You're someone else entirely when you're out there.
What about
You
when?
can be, at
What about
least.
when he
It's
maybe
that violent
just
of a sport?
maybe
you know?
just when he's at his job, because he also did the thing where he was like, "I'm just here so I don't get fined." He wasn't playing football, but he was in the football.
No, that's because
atmosphere.
he literally didn't want to speak to the media. You know what I mean? Like he's actually really down to earth because he's like, I don't care for this shit. I'm literally just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, so you think he wasn't trying to be funny there?
No, like he likes to dance because like sometimes he's dancing cool. Like
Yeah.
I guess when he's from the
he
Bay.
had that crazy run where at the end zone he just like belly flopped in.
No,
Remember
and
that
he
shit?
grabbed
Oh, no,
his
no,
dick.
he went-
He
yeah, he
went,
grabbed
hold
his
my
dick.
dick on that.
Yeah, he did like a Michael
The
Jackson.
thing is that
like,
Marshawn Lynch is just
fadeaway.
a real ass guy. He's just a cool ass fucking dude. Actually.
yeah, that's true.
And I feel like the
think
Skittles thing got inflated, bro.
that's true. I
Like,
think
a
all of
lot.
us would want to do that like back jump crotch grab after what an incredible
Yeah, if
run
I
he just
ever
had.
scored a touchdown in a professional setting, I would definitely. I
And
would
imagine
not
if
be
you
humble
broke
about it.
7 tackles to do it.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
Yeah, I feel like it just like it makes me think about like how sports media, like going back to the draft, can be like oddly like dehumanizing in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people don't really care about anything besides like your performance a lot of the time.
The draft itself is literally dehumanizing.
It's such like a weird dog and pony show.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it, and it's like the NFL has to do it in a way because like you want players to be able to have the opportunity to like be on TV and be on a stage and stuff for them to be interested in your sport. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
versus
Yeah,
going like
100%.
like if the NBA does that, it's like, oh shit, we gotta do it too. We gotta make a whole TV show out of it, which is cool for the kids. But yeah, to your point, it's like a weird little like meat market in a way where it's like
It is. Yeah, they're coming up
Here's
there.
the-
Like, we'll take that one right there.
that's such a layup of a skit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the South Park basically did with the Crack Baby Athletic Association.
Yeah.
It's just like
But I mean, NFL is a little bit different. But say in the I guess second round NBA, but it is obviously different. They're getting paid exorbitant amounts. of money.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, like when you don't let players have personality, then you get what's happening with fucking baseball, where
Yeah,
it's just like
yeah.
everyone's super stoic. You're not allowed to celebrate, like, and then like you stop caring about the game.
They're-
The only
they're
people
most-
that care about the game are the dorks who want to do like
Not that
statistics.
this isn't
Yeah.
as bad, but it is an American League, MLB. Their most famous player does not speak English.
Oh, that's crazy.
At
If
all.
you think about, if you think
But
about
that
it,
don't
doesn't.
even
That
ha-
doesn't. I don't think that necessarily means that baseball is not a very traditional sport.
No, I agree. I'm just saying that, like, to your point, in America, there's not the personality so much so that we had to import one from Japan.
we had to import a guy from
Holy
Japan.
shit!
Yeah, it's true, dude.
Like,
It's not 'cause
I'm
they're not
I'm
allowed-
not saying he should know English.
Dude, because
He's
if
never fucking
you're
lived
a
here.
showboater in baseball, they'll fine you. They'll say fuck you. They'll
Well, and
say,
the
"Go
pitcher will
away."
fucking hit you the next time.
Yeah,
you're,
dude,
you're,
they-
like,
yeah.
you're like batting against them. Like that happens all
No,
the time.
the average
True.
age, the
That's
average
when
age of
baseball's the most
an
exciting.
MLB fan is like 50, 55.
You know where
Something crazy
baseball
like that.
fucking rocks?
Where?
In Asia. So
Oh, yeah.
Japan and
Well, yeah,
Korea.
dude, Japan and Korea. Dude, the Dodgers played the Korean national team
Nice.
for some of their preseason games. It's pretty cool.
Dude, they
Yeah.
got fucking cheerleaders out there and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, those
like doing
sexy
dance
ass Korean
routines.
ones
yeah,
too, that are
Holy
like all
shit.
like
bat
90%
flips,
plastic
bat
surgery.
flips are super common. Like they fucking throw the shit out of their bat if they hit a
Yeah.
homer. Because you know that's what happens when the sport is not bound to like its cultural
Yeah.
national heritage.
A younger
essentially.
generation of people picked up that sport in those countries and were just like, "Oh, this is cool. Yeah, let's just fucking have fun with it. It's cool."
It is charming though to go to a game, you know, because like they do that, like take me out to the ball game.
It is,
Like
yeah.
there's all these traditions that they have that are
Yeah.
like I think now in a time where we're at a loss for them, like a lot of those are being broken up,
Mm-hmm.
which is like take or leave that.
Hey,
But,
that's,
like,
that's
I
been
like
a recurring theme of this podcast is talking about
What?
how like devoid of culture we all are. So maybe I do feel a little hypocritical complaining about.
well,
it.
but the thing is like I still think you can celebrate if you do well. Like
Yeah.
like the
yeah.
fan experience can stay the
But
same.
then what would Babe Ruth say about
No,
that?
change the
Shane?
game.
Come on.
Like change the game.
No, you know what they
I
did
mean?
though
But
with
keep the
baseball. I
fan
know what they
experience the
did
same.
that actually fundamentally changed it was
The pitch
the
clock.
pitch clock, man. I was at a game the other day, a while ago, Memorial Day. Had really good seats, and I was like, "Fuck, these are good seats," but I'm about to be here for like 7 hours. I wasn't aware that they had changed the rules.
Wait, what is
Yeah.
the pitch clock?
It's basically the shot clock from basketball for MLB. Now they have 15 seconds to throw the pitch, unless there's like some certain rules about if the batter disengages and stuff. But essentially, they have 15 seconds per
Yeah,
pitch.
yeah.
So
So,
bef-
instead of like 7 fucking hours, it's like 2-hour game.
So how long were the pitchers able to stand there before?
So it would
Ever.
the average forever, as long as they really wanted
What?
to.
Yeah,
the average
dude, there was no rule.
The average was only 17 seconds or so, so it's not that big of a difference. But there were certain players that would really take their time.
yeah.
and it'd just be like, guys, what the fuck?
It's a tough spot. You want to maintain the heritage of the sport, but the
you're
thing
also
is,
a
like,
business.
the sport was fucking invented
Yeah.
as when like there was literally nothing else to do.
It's America's.
When you were a kid in the summer, besides
It's
fucking stand outside all day and play this slow ass
it's
game.
America's
God damn it.
pastime. It's the best thing to pass the time.
Yeah.
The point of it is that it takes a bunch of time.
Yeah, pass gas is what I do at those fucking.
Dude, oh wait, what was that?
Who the fuck is Sketch? Do you guys know what that is?
Sketch?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that guy who looks like he has Down syndrome.
Like, what's his deal? Because
I don't know.
he
I don't know, he's
he
on
announced
podcast.
a draft pick this week.
Can you show
did?
me who Sketch is?
No, he was like on Theo Vaughn's podcast.
So
Oh,
like what
okay.
like which platform or like what channel?
I have
did
no
this-
idea. He
did
just
this person
randomly
come
comes up.
from?
All these people just randomly pop
Yes,
up.
I
in my
see all these
newsfeed.
like memes and stuff. Like they got Sketch on the draft. Like I was like,
Oh,
who
he's
is
just like
this?
he's like a Make-A-Wish kid.
Guys, are we getting old?
He is.
Yeah, we're
I
getting
mean,
old,
that
buddy.
was. I mean, is that wrong to say? Isn't that what it was?
No, he's not. He just looks like he has Down syndrome. I don't think he's actually. A
Well, okay,
Make-A-Wish
so I
kid.
guess why did he get to announce the draft pick?
But I think he's like a social media personality, but I don't know
Oh, really?
because there's so many of these fucking social media personalities that come up,
so
and I'm just not connect. I'm not on the TikTok.
on. So
Yeah,
So
I don't know if you
he's-
guys watched
he's-
WrestleMania this year, but Kai Cenat was in
Kai Cenat was in WrestleMania.
He got like power bombed in WrestleMania.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, so
I
maybe
like-
that primed me to like keep seeing this occur.
Oh, I
I
like
think
how the
so, yeah.
iPhone feels without a case.
I know, dude. That's I keep.
I'm gonna
mine
take mine
caseless.
off.
If you have a case, you're kind of a pussy.
Well,
You
this
got to
thing-
raw dog that iPhone, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
this isn't
raw
even
dog
mine.
the
I'm gonna
iPhone.
raw dog it. Hell
if you
yeah.
have
Dude,
a
you're right. Holy
case,
fuck,
you're
this
either
shit.
poor or a coward. There's only two
Oh,
options.
I mean, I don't know.
You know what?
The only reason I don't have a case is because I couldn't like.
Hey, why not both?
Yeah, it's true.
I'm a poor coward.
I was looking at it and like I bought an iPhone for the first time. I had an Android for like fucking 15 years.
Dude,
really,
me
really
too.
long time.
Wait, when did you get your iPhone?
This year? No, like late last year.
Me
or
too.
earlier this year. I don't remember.
Dude, we're all basically on the same timeline.
Yeah, so
Are
I
you still
got it,
figuring
and,
stuff
like,
out too?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
Wait, what are you guys
navigating
talking about?
iPhones are weird.
We both just switched
we
to
both switched
iPhone
to
for the
iPhone,
first
yeah.
time. Basically,
Oh
at the
yeah,
same
you both
time.
did. You
No,
joined
but
winning
the first
team.
time I
I'm
touched
an
it, I was
Android
like,
developer, so that was the ultimate betrayal.
yeah, dude, for real.
dude,
Yeah,
I
just spitting in your
Dude, I
brethren's
did it. I
face.
did it for the.
Yeah, it's true.
I fucking hate
like-
Apple, bro.
Me
Like,
too.
as a
I hate
company?
Apple,
I'll try
yeah,
to, with the podcast
Modern
and
Apple.
stuff, I upload stuff to the Google Drive all the time because that's what I've used in the past. And whenever I try to download it to the iPhone to like send to you guys, it's like, no, this is in the Drive folder and you can't select files from the Drive folder
Dude.
to send an iMessage. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
'cause
what the fuck?
Apple makes a moat around their products. That's the biggest reason I switched was because I was in a million group chats and like
Yeah.
I would always be like a green text. I'd always stand
And
out.
now, I was always so mad at that they did that. And now, the second I'm texting someone who's green, I'm like, you fucker.
Yeah, dude.
You had to
I
switch your
immediately
feudal.
turned-
Hey,
Your
you
feudal
disgust me.
association had to change. Basically.
Yeah.
You had to
I
join this
immediately
feudal.
turned on the
standard.
Android.
you take that green text and you shove it right up your.
It's
you never
basically
text
like
me
them.
again.
Like it's
I
like
hate you.
It's like this. It's like a kingdom in a way. Like you kind of have to. You have
Yeah,
to play by their
but it's actually a
rules.
genius move on Apple's part. Like it really does. It really,
Yeah.
really does something to you when you're in a large
It
group of
does.
people and you stand out.
It
like
does.
That. Yeah.
But like,
As
you know
pathetic, I
what?
guess, as it is to admit.
Well, no, they do it through the Apple users because you as an Android, you don't really know.
No, you don't. I didn't realize.
So
it,
the
yeah.
Apple users like tell you, and they basically like shame you. It's like some weird like program shaming essentially.
Yeah, it doesn't
Pretty
need to be a
smart
different
by them.
color.
But
Yeah.
but globally,
You know,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Right? Am I
true.
wrong? It doesn't need to be a
That is
different
true.
color.
It really
That's
doesn't.
true. It doesn't have to
literally
be.
does not need
Google
to be.
put out a whole article basically about how Apple's
They're
iMessages
being mean.
essentially
Stop it.
they're
Okay,
outright doing it on
Google.
purpose. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a whole article about saying like Apple's being
Nah,
mean.
Google's chill.
But globally, Android versus iPhone is basically like 300.
God, the more I think about it, the more I hate that movie.
Dude, okay.
300?
So the thing is,
300,
like,
yeah.
you guys mentioned like that it was gay.
Yeah.
He did.
So like
yeah.
it turns out that like historically,
They were gay.
yeah,
Nice.
it was
No,
a very
They
like
didn't. They didn't consider it gay. Like if you're a man and you wanted to fuck a weaker man in the ass, there's nothing gay about it.
Something
That doesn't
gay
mean you
about
only
that?
like guys. Like yeah, that's an easy to penetrate hole. Go
Yeah.
for
no,
it,
no.
buddy.
I feel like it was more than that. Like
It's like a power.
they
thing.
were like no,
They
no,
loved
like,
each
they
other?
they were just gay, bro.
They were
Like, like, you know what I mean? Like we wouldn't do. It's not saying that they would do like technically gay acts. Like
Let's just say they had chemistry on.
they were very the Spartans were very bisexual. So like they
Yeah.
were just kind of lose. I mean, they spent all their time
Yeah.
with each other. You know, like to your point, everything in Spartan culture was in service of the military.
Yeah.
And you lived in barracks till you were like fucking.
Yeah, they just
25
or
or
way
some
older,
shit.
They just lived
Like,
around dudes.
I think it was
They
like
weren't
30.
chicks.
Yeah.
There weren't chicks around.
So what else are you gonna do?
Chicks don't
Yeah,
come with
definitely
you.
You guys
Fuck
go through a lot of
bros in
stuff
the-
together.
When you go on
probably
a
just,
tour,
like-
there's no chicks there. It's basically like prison.
So it's really
You're just gonna
ironic
fuck what's
that
around.
so many
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
like
man.
some of the most like pseudo masculine guys that you know, like fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
And they think it's super masculine. It's like, bro, this movie's gay as hell.
Yeah.
And it's historically accurate.
comically gay.
These fools were gay and they'd fuck you up and then
Yeah.
kiss afterwards. What are you gonna do about it?
Xerxes. Yeah, Xerxes. No, but it's funny because the villains in 300 are also heavily queer coded. Like Xerxes is like in all this jewelry and he comes out.
He's like,
he's
like low-key a
wearing
baddie.
makes
Xerxes is the bad.
Yeah,
Xerxes
dude,
is-
he's
I
fucking
think
he's looking
Xerxes
sexy
is-
coming out there.
Yeah,
like,
I was
oh,
like,
king of the whole
yeah.
known universe. Damn. Mm.
So to your point,
No, but like he
well,
didn't look like that in real life. Zack Snyder made an artistic choice to fucking gay code.
the villain basically.
Yeah,
And try to make his guys look super masculine.
but it just
Oh.
made it so that everyone is gay.
So wait, so
Shit.
the Persians weren't actually that like.
effeminate? No, probably not. No.
They were a fucking massive, huge army, bro.
What about a
Yeah.
couple of them?
They were the shit.
I mean, I'm sure a couple of them were. Hey, like I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
there
mean,
was
like
some
just
gender
as,
bending,
it was
but like
proportionate.
there's
to
no
the-
evidence.
Hold on. So wait, so Xerxes. Sorry for any ignorance here. So Xerxes is not a real person in history.
no, he is Xerxes.
But we don't know what he looked like.
I mean,
We don't know
we
how
have like
flamboyant he
drawings, but
was.
obviously
Well,
we
the thing
don't
is,
have,
like, King Xerxes was like a great ruler,
yeah,
and this movie makes him seem
I
like
don't
some
know.
fucking mustache twirling like alien.
Yeah.
Like he looks like a xenomorph. He's basically they basically made him into a xenomorph.
and
bro.
it's yeah.
when he was like actually like a pretty fair.
And this
noble,
goes into
well-liked,
the rest of like Zack Snyder's work because Zack
xenophobic ass movie.
Zack Snyder has
Is
a lot of
xenophobic.
like religious things in his movie, and at one point in 300, they go the crippled. The crippled character who betrays the Spartans goes into Xerxes' tent to like negotiate a deal where he betrays everyone.
Ooh, into his tent.
And at one point, there is like a goat-headed creature like playing music. So that's Zack Snyder saying like not only like are these like people like evil, but they're also literally satanic. They are literally like demons, brown demons that are coming to make this pure Greek land like impure and like Eastern. Like I'm telling you, like there's so many layers. Yeah.
Do you think
Satan
though?
worshiping demons?
Do you think that Jacob? Do you think hearing this that he was aware that he was, or do you think that he just thought he needed to make the villains look really?
You think?
bad?
Oh, was
think-
Zack Snyder aware that he was making Xerxes look gay?
I don't think he's someone who's self-aware of like
Dude,
cultural
he's not.
context.
I
Like,
think it was his
He's like,
inner-
okay, the Persians, I guess they got it. They're the bad guys. All right, they gotta be fucking.
Yeah, they're girly.
They're
unlike
girly,
my manly ass.
yeah.
I think he
fucking
wasn't
Spartan.
explicitly aware, but his inner thoughts kind of came out through his art. I think.
Probably. Yeah.
He didn't check his privilege.
He really didn't.
That's
no.
what I'm hearing.
And it's there's scenes in like Man of Steel where like basically Superman is Jesus. So there's a lot of like really surface level biblical references.
Wait, he did Man of Steel.
He did Man of Steel and he also did Justice League and then he also did
Well, we know he did Justice League.
Yeah.
You know, damn, this guy just loves shitting on source material.
He do.
He had Superman snap someone's neck.
Yeah, man. That's such a bad movie. Zack Snyder's not like
You basically had Jesus, is what you're saying.
yeah.
That's how Jesus would solve his problem. He snapped his motherfucker.
he's
Yeah,
not a
basically,
good
if
director.
Jesus like choke slammed Caesar.
Yeah, you're right, dude. This fool was like style over substance for like far too long.
Pure. It's awful.
Like, grow up, bro. Grow up, Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up, dude. No, dude, guys, we gotta add this to our queue of movies that we'll watch.
300?
together on this show.
300?
sometime. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
down.
we gotta do that.
Yeah.
we gotta do like a video.
It'll be fun to watch with you guys as a virgin.
Civil War,
To
300. We're gonna be talking about RoboCop later. I think we just gotta keep it up.
Dude, RoboCop. Shit, man.
Let's talk about RoboCop right now.
Let's talk about
That shit was
RoboCop
crazy.
right fucking now.
All right.
Wait, what year? 1987, right? So it's the late.
I think it's
80s.
84.
87.
No, it's
We looked it up
87. We
during
just
the-
Oh,
watched
okay,
it,
yeah.
Nathan.
But I
my
think
bad.
that would have been my guess, honestly.
Yeah.
Like if I were to just like think it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Four's a safe bet.
So
too.
just-
Well, 1984 would be a great year for it to come out.
No, well, I feel like 87 makes more sense though because like it's so at least to me it seemed very like satirical. Like it's so
Self-aware.
it's such an unserious movie. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so just like absurd. And I think it's like saying a lot about just excess in America, basically during the 80s, where it's
Yeah,
like
80s
everyone's super
corporate
fucking
excess.
horny,
Mhm.
super greedy, super violent. Like and everyone's just having a blast, basically.
It just doesn't quit. Yeah.
If you haven't seen RoboCop, you should absolutely watch it.
Well,
It
okay,
was
just
an
to lay the
amazing
groundwork.
film.
How?
Yeah, let's
what are
let's
the-
summarize the plot. Nathan, do you remember, or what are you gonna say? Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, like, what's your guys' relationship with Paul Verhoeven? Like, what other Paul Verhoeven movies have you seen?
Is that the
Who the-
director?
Yeah, what else
Is the
he
guy?
done?
See, I don't know who that
Starship
is.
Troopers.
I haven't seen that.
Showgirls. Oh, we gotta watch Starship. Okay.
Starship Troopers.
So this is
I don't think I've seen
I think
that.
your guys' first Paul Verhoeven movie.
I guess
Might
so. Are
be,
they all
yeah.
this
Oh,
self-aware?
Yeah, they're all kind of like this.
It's so good.
Pretty
I
funny.
really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
RoboCop was awesome.
Okay, well, this is actually a great way to start with him. I'm pretty sure this is his first, at least like major American movie.
Because I think it's still competent as like an action movie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
It's
it definitely
badass.
is.
It's
It
badass.
definitely
Like
is.
it's like
So-
shit, dude.
Paul Verhoeven is from Amsterdam. When he was a child, he lived through the Nazi occupation of the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. They were firing V2 rockets in his backyard.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
he moved to America and started making movies.
Wow. So then that's like 38, right?
Yeah, if you-
39, because
yeah,
Netherlands
you'll-
got fucked up like immediately.
They got fucked up early.
It was like
on, yeah.
Poland, and then
I could be wrong
Netherlands right
too. If
afterwards.
you're listening to this and you're a Paul Verhoeven head, please correct me. But I think that's his history, and it makes sense because his relationship to violence in his movies is bananas. It's pretty funny.
Jacob, does everyone in Nebraska pronounce it Poland?
No, I just said
Poland.
Poland because it's
Poland.
Poland.
It's in
But
Poland.
I just said
Po' boy
Poland
sandwich.
because
I'm gonna get me a Poland sandwich.
give me one of them Polands. No, but we do say pop
Yeah, fair enough.
Wait,
and,
what is wait
disgusting.
to refer to what?
to soda, and we say supper for dinner.
Mm.
No way.
Well, dinners are like
The
nice.
fucking Bernstein Bears. Like,
Basically,
Let me
yeah.
get some supper.
No, supper is like standard third meal of the day, and dinner is like you're going out to eat.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
a
yeah,
pretty
it's good.
handy little-
differentiator, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We're far too capitalist on the West Coast though, because everything has to be in threes now.
Yeah.
Whenever you mention value propositions, it's gotta
It's
keep
gotta be
everything.
It's funny. It's funny. It took me like a year. Like when it was funny, like coming over here and not realizing that supper wasn't the standard.
Yeah.
Like slowly learning
one
that
says-
was
no one says
different.
that. No
Same
one
with
says that.
pop
Yeah.
and soda.
Well, that's a problem with English. Is like you talk to people who speak in other languages. Like other languages have more like nuanced terms for different things. Like they call going out to eat something different than they
Right.
would call. Like there are words that exist for that, but English is pretty blunt. It's
What do you
just
think is behind that, or at least like American English is?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because like we had to keep ourselves broad because we have been subject to a lot of immigration from a lot of different places for so long.
So we have to make it
that-
pretty simple.
Yeah, we had to make it as simple as possible and as streamlined as possible, so
Yeah.
as many people can like catch on to it. Yeah, I mean, we gotta, dude. Like every major American city is filled with immigrants, so it makes sense that we would like kind of simplify the language as much as possible. I mean, you go back, you ever listen to like or read an old speech from like Franklin Roosevelt?
We are
or,
going
like-
to the store.
Yeah, and it's like they're using some like fucking $5
perfect.
words. They have like a lot of really big words in what they're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
but then you listen to like a modern politician. You listen to like a fucking like the modern House of Representatives person speak, and it's like as plain English as possible. Like
Yeah.
there's no
Today?
flair. Yeah, today.
I mean,
Compared to it now.
The
I think because
simpler-
you just had to. I think we're just gradually getting
Yeah,
stupider.
well, the
So, like,
simpler
we
the
have-
better.
Well,
I-
I feel like that. No, I feel like your immigration thing was
Yeah, I think that's dead
because it's
on.
also like American English is also more literal.
Yeah.
than, like,
Yeah.
British English, right? So we call
Yeah.
it sidewalk.
Yeah.
What
And
do they
in
call
the
it?
pavement. The pavement.
Oh,
right?
yeah, or
So what do-
driveway.
What do we call like? So they over there they call
Well,
it
that's actually
equestrian.
wrong.
Here we call it horseback riding.
or
Yeah, because we're right.
yeah, exactly. Horseback riding.
I
Real
got another one
simple.
for you. Q versus line.
Oh
yeah,
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 because we're
Yeah.
standing in line.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
it's
It's a
It
line.
is a line.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is a Q? It looks like a line to me. Let's just
Yeah.
call it line.
And
That's
you know
how
what?
that
They might
happened.
call us unsophisticated, but they lost their empire and we rule the world. So say it can suck a dick.
A few moments later.
Korea had slaves for like 1,500 years. So
Korea had slaves.
Korea had slaves.
Oh,
for
I
a
thought you
really long
said
time.
From where?
they were
Huh?
enslaved.
from where?
No, they enslaved other Koreans. Like it was normal in Korean society to just have a fucking slave.
From when
for like
to when?
1,500 years.
Korean?
Yeah.
From when to when?
For 1,500 years. I don't know when it
God.
started. From like recorded history all the way to like not that long ago.
Oh,
Like,
1,500
they were
years. Yeah, I was gonna say because Korea is not the crazy old like China.
No, but Korea has been continuously like Korean for like a very, very long time.
Yeah,
Right,
they were there,
right.
bro. It's just like
That's true
Yeah.
because
their
be-
modern culture is young. But
And do you know
Yeah.
why? It's because when China and the Mongolians would come in, basically like Korea was just isolated enough to make it not worth it to like manage them. So that's
Yeah,
why
it's like
Korea
long
stayed a thing
Well,
for
then
so long.
you look at the topography of Korea, and it's all mountains too. Like all of like you
yeah,
ever like
it's
dude,
mountains.
in jungle, man. You hear some fucking horror stories about the Korean War, like how like
Oh, yeah.
they, like the fights that they had to go through, like when the CCP came in and they had to fight the Chinese too.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Well, I mean, essentially back then,
and it was snowing, dude. It sucks. It was
to-
like
to-
Vietnam, but
Whoa.
it snowed.
to manage like a
Whoa.
big like
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
country like that, you would have to like send people out to like get reports and like
Yeah,
get
yeah.
taxes and stuff, and it was farther away, first of all, not around anything else because it's a peninsula. So it's not like you can like hit some other spots up, and like you said, very treacherous. So they would
Yeah,
always
yeah.
just be like, just let them do their thing, whatever.
This is Jacob does this exact same speech every time he gets a Korean date from Tinder. He's just on there, just like
I mean, I'm pretty
Breaking
I'm pretty
down the
into it after
topography
hearing
of
that,
Korea.
honestly, that was very eloquent.
I
I'm
know,
pretty
that
into
was,
it.
yeah, and I'm like, anyways, so my place.
You wanna
Yeah,
get
yeah,
out- You want to get out of here?
yeah.
Have you guys ever used that one?
You want to get out of here? Oh yeah.
I've never used it like in earnest.
Huh? Yeah, like literally just said that.
You want to get out of here?
Yeah. Like, what are you supposed to say? Like,
it's
getting pretty late.
Have you ever used one?
I mean, I want to keep hanging out, but I'm just getting so
Have you ever used one to come up for a cup of coffee?
No, what the fuck? Who drinks coffee
At
at 9
night?
o'clock at night?
That's
man?
the code.
Oh yeah.
If they say yes, they know what's up. Basically.
Oh yeah.
Or
yeah,
you could just
'cause
ask them for
it's
something normal.
like- Yeah. Or
You
here's
wanna-
the thing. Like,
I
hey,
learned this from Seinfeld. To be fair.
come upstairs. Just say it.
When's
But some girls don't want to you to explicitly say it.
Yeah.
Nathan? What's your relationship with Seinfeld?
I love Seinfeld.
What's your relationship with Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I've seen every episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
They just finished that actually, and they parodied
That show
they
makes
parodied
zero
the-
sense to me.
Curb Your Enthusiasm?
You're not Jewish enough.
I know, man. Yeah.
Makes sense. Or am I? According to Kyrie Irving.
One of my favorite jokes that we had was like Gentile Seinfeld, where nothing weird happens and everyone acts normal. Like, hey,
hilarious.
you heading over to Chachi's after work?
Yep.
Dude,
See you
that's
soon.
Funny.
Hey, I'm real excited for the big game. I heard Jessica's gonna be there. Huh? Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing her. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Gentile Seinfeld.
Hey, how'd the meeting with the manager go? I got a cost of living raise. Nice.
Yeah, dude. It's like Gentile Seinfeld rocks. I haven't seen the last 2 seasons, I think, of Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I've seen every episode like up to.
It's you
great.
don't really have to.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
like
not-
I
I mean,
tried
just
watching
more.
not this latest season, but the first episode of the last new season that came out, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
About the pool or whatever.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah. Where he,
you know
they
what show
drown
I
in the pool.
can't get into at all?
Mm.
Better Call Saul.
Did you
I didn't
try?
even try.
Did you try?
Yeah.
The thing is, yeah, the first 2 seasons, maybe even third, very boring.
What the fuck?
Yeah, kind
All
of.
3
No, so
seasons.
it's good. and It's
This
still
cost
good.
of entry is way too high.
It's
Yeah,
still
dude,
good
fuck no.
television,
This
but
is my life.
But
bro.
the main problem with it
3
is that it's a spin-off of an
3
extremely exciting show. So now you go to like the same quality of television making, but it's about a lawyer.
3 seasons.
Oh,
And so,
whoa.
like, the stakes-
Wow,
the
that's a
stakes
great
are-
sell, bro.
The stakes are way lower until like he really goes crazy and becomes Saul Goodman, which is around the 4th season.
But they take 4 seasons.
It
to
takes
get
a
there.
long
They take
time.
4
And my thing
seasons
is,
to get there.
like,
that's insane.
for
That's
better or
that's
worse,
like 100 hours.
At the risk of what this makes, like how this reflects on me, like I just really like Walter White. And
Dude, me
so like when
too.
he's not in the show, I just don't care for it. Like if he's not in the show, I just it's hard for me to
You
care for
didn't-
it.
you
Yeah,
didn't
I
like-
never-
I love
never-
Bryan Cranston. Like his performance is
That's
incredible.
true.
Yeah.
Did you watch El Camino?
Nah,
Yeah, well there you
I'm
go.
good, man. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, like I
Sure,
watched
you
Breaking
can
Bad and
stop
I
there.
liked it. Like I'm not gonna let them like you're not gonna get me. Like you're not
Yes,
gonna
fuck
keep me
you.
in this
Yeah.
fucking.
You're not gonna
ecosystem.
ruin this
The-
for
the-
me.
the
Yeah,
funniest
screw
thing-
you,
the funniest
asshole.
thing-
Fuck you, just let it go.
I let you do that with Star Wars already.
Yeah, I
fucking
know,
Pieces
yeah.
of
The
shit.
funny thing about El Camino is Todd.
fucking hate you.
You guys have, like,
Fuck you.
You guys had like a singed laugh. That was sick. You know Todd from Breaking Bad. He's in El Camino, but it's funny because that actor. I don't know if you guys remember, but he had a phase where he got fat, and he was fat when they filmed El Camino, which is apparently right
What's
after
his name
Breaking
again?
Bad.
Aaron Paul.
No, not
No,
him.
no, Jesse Plemons, right?
No,
Todd.
I'm talking about Todd, the
Yeah,
guy
Jesse
from.
Plemons.
Oh, wait,
sorry.
he's
He was
in
also
it?
in Civil War.
He's
Sorry,
in it.
I got confused because of Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah.
He's in it.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
in
he's
it, but he was fat, and so it happened right after Breaking Bad, and it's like Skinny Todd, and he's fat all of a
I
sudden.
was like,
fat,
wow,
yeah.
you must have.
Yeah, it's like what
He
the
got
fuck?
and he married Kirsten Dunst.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's why he got fat, bro.
Yeah.
He
You
was
had
like,
to,
I did it.
you had to
I'm
balance out the
done.
ratio.
Yeah.
He's like,
Bro, he's like, now I can eat. It's like the classic. I got married, now I get fat.
damn,
Classic.
could have
Welp.
been me.
Happens to the best of us.
Nathan,
Not to you,
you're
Nathan.
not fat.
Hey, there you go.
Congratulations.
Hey,
Oh, no,
congrats,
I did.
bro.
I gained a significant amount of weight.
Oh, you
right after I
did?
got married. Yeah. There was a period there I was pretty.
It
chubby.
snagged you?
Yeah. Yeah. She was a real good cook, man.
It'd probably snag me too.
Man, what a
I'd be like,
life.
time to retire.
Nice.
But I brought it back, folks. Don't worry.
Wait, what? Do you have any other? What are other? I feel like there were other topics
Oh yeah,
that
we
you had written
done.
down. that
Oh
I
yeah,
was
we know.
interested
You know,
in.
we didn't even do a review of RoboCop. You just like we just.
It was
started
just
talking
really.
about
It's just like what's there to say? It was just really cool.
Yeah,
like,
I know there really isn't that much to say. 'cause
campy in
It's,
this
it's
It's
just
been
right
talked
way.
to
very,
death,
it's
yeah.
very on the nose. I think like
Very
the
on the
commercials
nose,
that they
that's true.
have are very funny, but it's very clever still though. Like I
there's
don't
a
know if you don't
car-
really know what to look for, like it can just go right over. your
Yeah,
head.
there's a car
Yeah.
called the 6000 SUX.
Yeah,
Sucks.
6,000 sucks. It's like
and early in the movie, some guy was taking people hostage, and he's like, "I want a really fast car that has really shitty gas mileage."
you know what I mean?
And
So
then in the
like,
commercial, it says on the bottom that the gas gets 8.5 miles per gallon.
so there's so many signs that this movie's just like not taking this shit that seriously.
Yeah,
it's
dude, of
just
course
like,
not.
bro, we're
It's
just
kind of
fucking
like
around.
he compared it to Airplane.
Yeah,
But
like
an
yeah.
action movie.
Because
Yeah.
Airplane is like a satire of like disaster movies, which were also
Yeah.
popular before. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like during the 80s.
Well, it's funny. I feel like you can't pull that off because everyone wants all of their movies to be taken so seriously.
Yeah.
Like-
Or they like try to do the meta thing without the substance though. Because like I'm saying,
Yeah.
like RoboCop could be also just seen as like a fucking pretty badass, just like action movie.
Yeah,
If you don't really
if
know
you
what
don't
to
even
for.
look at it with that eye.
I'm gonna be
yeah,
honest.
like,
That's what I thought it was gonna be, and
Me
then
too,
I
me
was
too,
very
yeah.
pleasantly surprised that
Right,
it wasn't
yeah.
It was
just that.
so fucking funny.
Dude, I love
Nice.
Airplane though. I think about once a year, or once a year passes, my dad kind of forgets about this scene I tell him about, and then I tell him about the scene where they're on the island, and they're like, "Yeah, the black guys picked up basketball really quickly," and it's just them like dunking the ball and shit. In the span of like 30 seconds, they go from not knowing basketball to being like sick as fuck, and I'll show it to my dad, and he'll just like laugh as if he's never seen it before. It's
Yeah,
great.
that's great.
Happens once a year.
Happens once a year. Your dad laughs at this racist joke.
Racist jokes too kind of hit a particular nerve with the with older generations.
Yeah, they do.
They're like,
racist jokes.
it's like give them a treat. Rubbing their belly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're real good at basketball.
It is a
Let me-
racist joke.
Let
but
me
it's a very
validate
well
these
executed
toxic
racist joke.
views.
The airplane other racist joke is where she speaks like jive.
Oh,
The
yeah.
old lady
yeah.
speaks like jive.
Yeah.
to the black guy.
Yeah, that was
And they put
crazy.
subtitles.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's actually probably worse than the basketball thing.
Well, no, I don't think it is because it's so over the top. Like
Yeah.
it's just so and there's a lot of
Oh,
like
yeah,
black jokes in that movie.
yeah, this
that
is
are just,
fine.
Like, they're just so ridiculous.
Shane is black, so this is all cool.
Yeah, thank
We
you.
can say
Shane.
this.
Thank you, Shane, for giving us cover for.
I don't even
racism.
know. Like I don't know. There's so much discourse around like people being mixed and stuff, and like what's considered black that I don't even know.
Hey, I don't
Do you
care
think
what.
you're being
I don't
I'm
care.
38% African.
I don't care what
Hey,
liberal
that's
discourse
about
is going on
38%
out
more
there.
than me.
I go by the one drop rule, baby. 1800.
Jesus
You get
Christ.
one drop in there. You're not white. Jacob's with me.
Wait,
He's
one-
nodding his head
the
in
one
agreement.
drop
The
rule?
one drop.
You know that
rule.
is?
No, what does that mean?
It means it's like back in the day they were really like sensitive, obviously, to what race you were, and there
They
were some
were?
people that said if you have a one drop of African American blood in you, then you are black.
Yeah.
You are not white.
Isn't it funny like how people try to suppress like how it's absurdly racist like the United States was
I know, dude.
as
Like
little as like
crazy.
50 years ago.
There were special terms like if you were half black, you were a mulatto.
mulatto,
There's
yeah.
a fucking term if you're a
Really?
quarter black, you're a quadroon.
Wow.
That's got to be the most racist.
the guy in the Knicks said that he refers to himself as bright skinned.
Bright skin.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's funny because like I'm also mixed race, but I present as white, so I kind of
Yeah, what are you? Because I was trying to make a joke with one of our
guy's
descriptions,
hosting.
and,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Is he Latino?" I almost called you Mexican.
No, I'm Guatemalan. You should know we're Guatemalan. We're cousins. How
Yeah.
dare you?
Maybe the other half.
Yeah, I'm part Guatemalan, and then my mom is Maltese and Irish. So yeah, I'm Californian. I'm ethnically Californian. We just make them different here.
Yeah.
No, but so,
We're all
so
kind
you're,
of the
you're
same.
Guatemalan, and that's it.
No, I'm Guatemalan and Irish and Maltese. And if you don't know what Malta is, I get the same joke every time. Like, oh, is it that small dog? No, it's an island in the Mediterranean.
Hey, tell us how you really
right
feel.
on,
Hey,
bro.
shout out Ireland. What's up?
Shout out Ireland. Shout
What's
out
up?
Malta.
What's up, fool?
Shout out.
Hey,
But no, I did
Irish
a,
people were oppressed too by the English. Don't forget it.
What's
Yeah.
in your head? That's like
In your head.
what Jacob just said is like one of those like diet racism types of things.
I know. Like, what about the Irish?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
shut up,
Irish were
honky.
suppressed too. I went and saw a Nebraska football game in Ireland. That
We
was
gotta
one of the
clip that
whitest
one.
things I've ever done.
Dude, oh,
No
man.
kidding. Jesus Christ.
And it was awesome.
Yeah, I did a DNA test though, and I'm a quarter native Guatemalan. I'm
I don't wanna-
25%.
Oh, you have the indigenous American.
Yeah, because
I
my
got-
dad's half indigenous.
I
Wait,
got
did you
20%.
just-
I got 20%.
So you
Damn.
just did.
Oh no, because your mom is also probably
Yeah.
part indigenous. 'cause
Wait, did you
we're all
do
from Guatemala.
23
My mom's
and me,
very
or what did
Spanish.
you do?
Well, no, my brother did 23andMe, so assuming that we are indeed brothers, it's basically mine.
Have you guys ever thought about doing an Ancestry.com test?
No, I don't care enough.
I definitely don't want to.
No.
I feel like
Why?
I'll find out stuff.
What
I
if
don't-
you're
I don't wanna
related to
know.
like the Bloody Baron or something?
No, he's talking about
What
the
if I'm
Bloody
related to a
Baron. What the
slave
fuck?
owner?
That's not a real Shane. No, wait. We got to double click.
Dude,
on
I'm
who's the
way-
Bloody Baron?
No, I just made like a generic historical figure.
Dude, my dad is from Georgia. It's way more likely that my ancestors owned slaves, and I don't
Which-
want to find out
Which
about
is
that.
fucked up, but also kind of badass. Right?
Whoa.
Owning people and land.
Tiger got out of the cage there.
A very small, like only like 1% of the population in the South had enough money to own slaves. It was most
really?
of the South was poor white people.
All right, cool. So, I'm
So
probably
chances
good.
are you're just a fucking poor white person.
Oh, we're forgetting about the poor whites like we talked about last week. You cannot forget the poor whites. They do exist, and they honestly have it pretty rough because no one gives a fuck about them.
It was
That's true,
they,
yeah.
they made up the majority of like the rebel forces because
Yeah.
they
The
just
poor
like
whites.
wanted like a lot of them just wanted something to do. They're like, oh hell yeah,
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 what
they're
are you
like-
gonna do? Yeah.
They're like,
Well, no, they're
"What?
also they got
This is way better.
Yeah, they're also like, yeah, we're poor and white, but at least we're not these fucking slaves.
Yeah,
Let's go
exactly.
slaughter a bunch of Yankees.
I
and
gotta
that's
kill-
basically like the foundation of basically like portrayal in the media, basically, right? Where it's like everyone, and now it's not really a black thing as much as like a poor thing now in the media, where it's like this circus show of like all these weirdos because it helps you be more okay with whatever your circumstances, right? Where it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
at least we're not these fucking weirdos on like My Strange Addiction and shit like that.
Yeah,
where it's
oh,
just,
yeah.
like, a lot of TV just parades around these like
it's
freaks.
just that. Yeah, that's
Like
all
Jerry
of TLC.
Springer and shit, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like stuff like
Oh, yeah.
that. Like it's pretty crazy.
You see that a lot. I think that's why a lot of people are into TikTok because you can like fuck with the TikTok algorithm to the point where it's just showing you like deranged people, like just living awful lives.
I mean, you can do that on Instagram too.
It's true.
I know, man. It's weird though. It's sad.
Dude, I saw a video. One of those guys, like, you know how you can make those like self-flying machines where it looks like there's a fan and like a parachute. So this guy is like in a flying contraption on his YouTube channel. And he just plummets from the sky.
Oh my God.
like really high, and then he hits the ground and he lets out the most blood-curdling scream I've ever heard. It's like, "Ah! Ah!"
Like that kid at the Y. There's a kid at the Y that I saw get hit in the shin one time, like playing basketball.
Oh, yeah.
and he legitimately was on the ground going, and I thought he like broke his leg or something.
But,
And,
like-
bro, I tore my ACL like a month after that, and I didn't make a peep, bro.
Oh, my
He didn't
God.
break anything.
Damn. Hey, some people just can't.
Dude, nah, man. I'm just not going out like that. I broke my leg and tore my ACL, and I didn't go out like
Woo,
that.
really? Oh, I didn't realize you broke your leg at the same time.
Fractured my femur.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
dude! Now, like, for those of you who didn't tune in last week, Shane is recovering from surgery. I'm looking at his knee right now, and it's the size of a softball.
Look at this
It's very
fucking
large.
scar, bro.
It's a huge
I've been through
scar.
some shit. You can tell now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. He has
It's
a badass
disgusting,
scar.
dude.
His fucking
Look at those
knee
knees.
is ginormous.
You can only imagine what this has done to my self-esteem over these past.
Hey, whatever. It means your knee.
I
Okay,
can't
no-
walk. God damn it.
Okay, that part, yeah. But I mean, like, you don't have to worry about aesthetics because, like, no one's looking at knees and being like, "Oh man, he's got some sexy knees."
No, but he can't work
That's
out.
That's the least erotic
Yeah, he
part
can't
of your
work
body.
out, though.
He can't
You
work
know what I
out, bro.
mean?
He's getting all
Oh,
flabby. Look at
yeah.
him.
Like,
He
you
looks
can't
like
go
a
on a
pussy.
walk to
Oh
clear
my
your mind.
Look
God.
at
Dude,
Shane.
you
Look
can't
at
do
he
anything.
looks. Oh, I think he's getting smaller.
Oh my god.
I think he's getting smaller. He looks like a little pussy. I could.
No, for those of you who can't see Shane, he's very buff. It's fine. He'll be okay.
no,
I
not
am a
anymore. He
meatball.
was.
Yeah.
He was. He looked like shit.
I think I'm gonna
now.
end up looking like the Thing, or like the boss from Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, nice. Or Joe Rogan. Like just bald and fucking.
Just like fucking like
He's
like
gonna
radish
get 5
red.
inches shorter.
He's so red, man.
He's very red.
Dude, okay, sorry.
Don't
I
beat
don't
me
want
up,
to.
Joe, if
I don't
that's
want
what
to
it
force
is.
the topic, but I have to know what this is about. Private equity sees profit in the business of educating autistic kids.
What?
That was a headline in Business Insider.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
What the fuck?
First of all, shut up. Business.
That sounds like an Onion.
Have you guys?
article.
Well, actually, this aligns.
That's like
actually,
straight up like an Onion.
Well,
article.
apparently the Predators are on the same track. Did you guys see the Predator reboot in around 2018?
no.
Well, the plot of the movie is that the Predators come to Earth to kidnap an autistic child because they see autistic people as the next evolution of humans.
Holy shit.
Not kidding. That is a plot. I didn't make that up.
What
That's
the
not.
fuck?
That's not me. That's the writer of the movie. So if you're offended by it, talk to them.
I
you
appreciate
guys,
the sentiment, but it's very patronizing.
It's incredibly
It's
patronizing.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like it's funny. Like we think they're the future, and then they kidnap him, and he's just like spending 7 hours playing Minecraft. Like, what do you
Dude,
mean
it's the kind of thing where the kid's kind of weird, and you're like, oh, whatever. And then halfway through the movie, they just basically explicitly say that, and you're like, what?
Dude,
the
those types of
fuck?
headlines really scare me though, because like
Oh yeah.
private equity firms ruin everything.
No, they suck.
So
For those who don't know, like private equity firms have been steadily buying up just a lot of stuff recently. So a lot of companies that are going under, like suffering poor performance, will sell to a private equity firm, which will then take over ownership. But it's like, it's not like a board really. I feel like, and private
Yeah.
equity firms see these companies not necessarily as like businesses to like fix up necessarily. They're just like assets.
It's basically commodifying.
Yeah.
It's commodifying the business.
Which just
so what a
makes it
PE firm will
shitty.
do, it'll buy up a firm. Sometimes, if we're lucky, you know, it's like a tech firm or it's like a food business. Like if you've ever read Barbarians at the Gate, that's what it's about. It's about like a PE firm buying crafts. And then breaking it up and then selling it. So they buy them, they chop them up, they fire a bunch of people most of the time. They try to make it as profitable as possible.
Yep.
And then they either IPO it again if they had brought it private to begin with, or they just sell it to another PE firm to make a profit off of that, which is not that big of a deal if it's shitty like firms. But in this particular article, they're talking about PE firms buying education companies that are
PE
designed
is private equity. I know
Yeah.
Nathan's using a lot of smart terms. He's very
Real-
smart.
yeah.
Well, the thing
it's
though
real
is that
smart
like
term.
is like it is a bad thing though, because you just have such a dispassionate vision for the company. Like,
Yeah.
depending on what it is. So like Jacob sent me an article recently that said like Red Lobster might be filing for bankruptcy.
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Red
get bought
Lobster
up.
is owned by a private equity firm now that had fucking like 5 CEOs in like 8 years.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, you just can't, you can't just skip the best part of that. The reason they're going bankrupt is because they had unlimited shrimp, and basically too many people took too much advantage
I
of
mean
it.
that definitely like that took a hit.
I mean,
yeah.
that's how the article is.
They offered unlimited shrimp and they lost money
now
on
they're-
it.
now they're
Yeah, they
filing for
really lost money.
bankruptcy.
I know. I read about that.
But
too.
like you know, that's more of
Lobster
like it's like a factor. It's not the factor.
Yeah, no,
or it's
that's
not.
true.
It's barely
it's
even.
the
a factor.
headline factor.
It's just
where
bad
it's like this would be
ownership.
funny if we made a
Yeah.
headline.
I know.
out of
I
this.
know. We're
Yeah.
you know, we're saying things in defense of poor people earlier, but that's always been like Red
Unlimited
Lobster
food.
has always been a punchline to me. I've never been to Red Lobster. It's just like, honey, you get dressed up. I'm gonna take you to the Red Lobster.
Yeah.
And she's
Because the
just
thing
like,
is though,
"Ooh,
like the thing is like
we're gonna get them cheddar biscuits.
early Red Lobster was like the
Those are
shit.
sick. I've
Like,
never
it was
been-
actually considered like an elevated dining
I have
experience.
never
Yeah.
been to Red Lobster.
There's
I've
one in
only-
San Bruno.
I haven't
We
eaten
gotta
the
go.
Biscuits. I've eaten the biscuits. Man, I gotta go before they close.
We gotta go and then we'll
talk about our Red
reconvene
Lobster experience.
here.
There's one
yeah.
in San Bruno. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there is. I looked it
Oh,
up.
we should go.
Like, I looked it up.
Because the
Go to
thing is,
Red
like, yeah,
Lobster.
like their thing was like the staff was well trained, like the food is a little bit better. I think, and they were able to maintain that for a long time until they are owned by a private equity firm.
No, the thing that kills those like elevated, like the thing that kills those like slightly upmarket places, like I'm thinking Red Lobster, I'm thinking Olive Garden, who at one point were owned
I
by the
love
same
Olive
company.
Garden.
Yeah, but the thing that took them out was the explosion of fast casual. Like, because you want to go to a steady place where you know that's reasonably priced. Your choices are, do I go shitty and go fast
Oh,
food, or
yeah.
do I go slightly elevated?
And now there's
but
that
now
in
there
the
was that
middle.
explosion of like, oh, now there's like Chipotle,
Yeah.
and now there's like
Five Guys.
yeah, these
Yeah.
are things that are just like that middle ground. So
yeah.
that really ate into
Yeah,
the,
it's
Yeah.
like
the Olive
above
Garden
slightly
type.
shitty, but you don't have to go in and dine and have a waiter and
But I
shit.
Exact-
think,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I think like, yeah, you're right. They definitely took a hit there, but I think that they still have like a definitely like they definitely have a space in the market just because there's people who just can't afford that the high tier that you were talking about,
Right.
Like to them that shit's fancy.
Yeah.
Like to
It's
me
like
growing
going
up,
to the
like that
Outback
shit was
Steakhouse.
like considered fancy.
Some people want to be able to eat Five Guys level food, but feel like they're eating out.
But the thing is like the same. So Red Lobster and Olive Garden are under the same ownership.
Yeah.
And they just decided to focus more of their resources, or they were owned by the same restaurant group. They were sold to a private equity firm because like the prior owner just wanted to focus on Olive Garden.
Well, they just know that
like-
Italian
And
food
by the way, they're not
slaps.
doing
I mean,
great. Olive Garden is like falling off hard.
And the
But-
thing is, like, no, they are though. They're no, the Olive Garden's all right. Like,
No,
really?
they just knew that that Italian
I think
food
it's like-
slaps and seafood's like
Yeah, it's 'cause they
I
have
mean,
a- they
maybe
have a-
seafood's more niche. Like more
Yeah.
people are gonna
The thing
go
is,
for
like,
the
Red
Italian
Lobster
food
just
in the world.
got old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people don't want to go to Red Lobster because it was considered just old.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why I've
and,
never
like,
been to one. I was just
They're
like,
probably like, we can't change
What is
both
this?
brands and keep them fresh. So they went to Olive Garden is a different logo now. Like it's like a little bit more.
No,
like,
you go there and
bubbly.
you order. You go. Last time I was at an Olive Garden, the very last time it was like 5-6 years ago, back when it was still in Stonestown. You can order. You ordered off an iPad. You didn't even talk to anyone.
It's Olive Garden is a
That's
lot.
not the one. yeah,
Olive
the one in
Garden's-
Salinas. I was there like 2 years ago. I went to
Olive
my
Garden's a
mom for
lot more,
Mother's
like-
Day.
Oh, nice.
It was actually last year. It was last year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It can be tough to get like a kid to eat anything but fish sticks for seafood. Whereas Olive Garden, you just go and eat fucking breadsticks. So it's
Yeah,
more like
that's
approachable to like bringing your whole family there. I feel like.
I
Yeah.
think
As
they
a
just
kid-
determined it would take more work to update Red Lobster.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
And
that
also
too.
too, I think like
Yeah, you can't make seafood cool.
overhead. Yeah, you can make seafood cool and overhead. Like fish and shit is really
It's
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah.
man, yeah.
But as a kid, I would only eat popcorn shrimp, which is basically shrimp chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
You know they invented that,
Really,
Damn
dude?
shit.
Popcorn shrimp is.
or they
so
claim to
good.
have invented popcorn.
That was
shrimp,
one of
but-
my
Shout out Red
favorite
Lobster
food.
for
I was
popcorn
like
shrimp.
8, like asking my mom to buy popcorn shrimp.
So yeah, I was watching this video on this YouTube channel, Weird History. Shout out Weird History. It's so fucking funny. But it is like these like brief like retrospectives on stuff, and they did one on Red Lobster. And like one of the things that they mentioned was that so besides the fact that they claim to like have invented like popcorn shrimp, that like the owner, his first restaurant, like he refused to segregate it in like 1935
Oh,
in
yeah.
like
Sick.
Mississippi.
Ooh.
Like what a fucking boss.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this. That's so cool.
He probably just like didn't have the space for it.
Yeah. And it was probably like
I'm
a,
taking a stand. This guy was just ahead of the curve.
We
Yeah.
will not. We only
You
have
can see
one
it
water
coming.
fountain.
Yeah. Shit.
How are we gonna do this?
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
it's probably just a monetary decision too.
Fuck.
It's like, oh man, well, I can't just like that. It is like, I guess there is always been talk about that, where it's just like a lot of like anti-segregationist movements eventually got to the point where it's just like, well, we can't turn away the business, right? Like,
It's like
Dude,
what
capitalism
Michael,
is
it's
what
like
it's
Michael
all
Jordan's
about.
famous quote: "Republicans wear shoes too."
It's the things that like people just like they like boycotted businesses, and it's just like there's so many black people in this country, bro. We can't.
Yeah.
I can't like not sell to them. Like
you,
what
yeah,
the fuck?
you would forget that there's a lot of black people living in San Francisco. Like,
Well, right now there's not.
yeah, but
there's
back
like-
in the day there was.
Yeah, I don't see a lot.
Dude, no,
Yeah.
like Shane would know this because there is a traditionally black church down the block from my house.
Yeah.
And where they also had like an after school program that was the majority black, all gone. And then the reason that church existed
Damn.
was because if you go to the other side of the freeway, there's Lakeview, which if you guys are not familiar with San Francisco at all, Lakeview was a black neighborhood for decades. For a really, really long time, that was like a big black neighborhood.
What happened?
Now
to it?
you drive through it, and the only way you can tell it was a black neighborhood is like there's still a mural up of Marvin Gaye. There is barely any black people left. And
Damn.
yeah, so San Francisco, you kind of and then the other day I was hanging out in Oakland. I go to Oakland somewhat regularly now because I have friends out there, and you're like,
Nice.
oh shit, black people.
Yeah, there'd be
Oh,
black
look.
people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like oh my god, like oh I remember you guys. Like hey, how's it been? What you been up to?
Yeah, dude. That's why. That's why the other
it's been
week
pretty
I
rough these
wasn't-
last couple years.
That's why I wasn't ready for that black crowd last week. I was
Oh,
like, oh,
yeah.
what the fuck? Where'd you guys come from?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like even like Potrero Hill used to be a very black neighborhood.
A few moments later.
Well, May's coming up, spring. It's in its final leg.
Mm-hmm.
Any plans for the summer yet, guys? We gonna be doing anything? We being wild and crazy this summer?
Probably not. I
Yeah?
mean, I would love to
Huh?
go to some concerts.
Hot
You know,
boy
it's one thing
summer.
I've always wanted to do, and like I would hope you two would be down too, because I know my buddy Christian's down. I want to rent like a Sprinter van or an RV and go here. This is San Francisco.
to Vegas, Vegas to Salt Lake City, and then Salt Lake City to Denver.
Yeah, I have wanted to do a road trip. I just my car's not registered, so I can't.
Yeah.
So that's why I was wanting to get a new car, actually.
Yeah, and
so I
it
can
has
register
hail
it and then go on a
damage.
road trip.
Yeah, dude. I'm dying for a road trip. It's kind of hard to coordinate with the kids, but I'll just tell Sarah like, look, hey,
Be sick,
yeah. Yeah, I'm mad because she was supposed to go to a wedding,
dude.
but
Just
she in St. Louis, but she missed her flight. And I was bummed because, like,
What?
yeah, she missed her flight, and I was bummed because it's like, okay, that sucks that you can't go to not a wedding. It was a baby shower.
how did she miss her
friend.
flight?
She just overslept.
What do you
she
mean?
forgot to set the lamp. What do you
She
mean? Like,
missed
there's
the
literally
flight.
a million,
Yeah,
like,
she got there.
no.
but like
Too late.
my super sneaker plan, because every relationship has a scoreboard, right? Like, oh, you did this, so I can do this, right? So my plan was like, oh, hey, you got to go to the baby shower because she was gonna fly to St. Louis, and then you did your thing. So like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 4 days, the same way that you were doing. It was gonna be like 3 days, and then I'm gonna do this road trip. But now I don't have that
Damn.
leverage.
And
Now I'm just gonna have to be the one to initiate the scoreboard move. But
damn it. You
yeah.
can just be like, no, it still counts.
I know, I really should stand
I
with
owe
you.
you.
Yeah,
still
yeah, you
counts.
get one
one
trip.
solid.
Well, no, like what sometimes she does like a solo trip for her birthday sometimes. So I'm just gonna be like, hey, you go, do the whatever. She likes.
Yeah.
She goes to like spa retreats where they have those fucking like sound bowls and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
Sound bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's. I don't know if you can tell from that, but I married a white woman.
The self-care.
That was so.
But yeah, she does those self-care things. So I'm like, go do that for your birthday and let me and the boys be in a dirty van for 7 hours straight and just like go.
Yeah.
Because like I've never seen Salt Lake City. I really want to
Dude,
see
I
it.
want to go.
It's really cool,
I want to go to
man.
the
I like it
national
there.
parks and stuff and
You
just
can go to
like,
Zion. Dude.
I was
Dude,
gonna
we can
say I might
just-
just meet you guys there.
We can just
Yeah.
do the most.
I've had a lot of road trips.
We can just do the most hippie ass shit out there. That'd be
We should,
fucking
dude. We should
great.
Do mushrooms and not.
Yeah,
bathe.
that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
Yes, for
Not
sure.
bathe.
dude.
Well, both.
No,
man.
for real. Like, I honestly, because I have family in Colorado too, so I feel like I want to like check up. And I've never been to Zion, and I feel like if we're
Me
in a
neither.
cool little
Me neither.
sprinter van, it'd be fun. And
I haven't
yeah,
been to Zion either.
you've
Maybe
had to
maybe
go
I'll-
across the country.
you
a
know
bunch
what?
Of times,
Maybe I
so
will
it's like
buy
not as
that-
I
crazy.
drove to Texas and back, and I drove from San Francisco to New Hampshire.
Guys, oh my
Insane.
god.
That's insane.
Maybe I will buy that pedo van, and then we can all.
But I
just
think
take
it's
that on
something
the
that I
road.
think
Right, yeah,
yeah.
man.
If you're like a if you're a dude and you're like into that, I mean you feel the desire. I feel like everyone should just do it. It's really
To
cool.
imagine me
Yeah.
just
Like,
pulling
going on a
up,
road-
just being
road
like,
trip's fucking
get
cool,
in.
bro.
I think the longest I ever did was San Diego to Seattle.
Dude, that's badass.
San Diego
Yeah,
to
all the way
Seattle.
up
How long of a drive is that?
I think like fucking. Well, we stopped at certain points
Because
so-
that is also almost across the country.
Yeah, well, but just like
Just
vertically.
vertically, yeah.
Well, from San
Along
Diego
the
to San
y-axis,
Francisco,
one would say.
San Diego to San Francisco is like 7 or 8 hours, and then to Portland is another like 12, and then from Portland to Seattle is only like 3. So it
Damn.
wasn't that bad.
This was hauling ass.
I
bro.
did.
That was
The
fun.
longest I went was Nebraska to Phoenix.
That's a pretty long one.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I mean, that sucks though, because you don't get anything cool.
No,
I drove.
You start in somewhere that's not cool, and you end in
I
Phoenix.
drove through the panhandle of
You're into the
both.
fucking desert.
Yeah,
I drove through the panhandle of both Oklahoma and Texas, and those places are so scary that I, a white man, felt afraid of the police
Oh, really? Why?
because they were just like, it's like when you're out in the middle of nowhere, anyone who isn't one of the people that they know, they look at you very weird.
Oh
get
yeah.
side-eyed.
They're like, who the
Dude,
fuck are you?
There's a
Better
dude
get
who
the fuck outta here.
someone saved me in
Comancheria, my
Texas
friend.
once on my drive back. So I'm driving back from Austin, right? And I'm in this small town. It's fucking crazy. There's literally like shacks that just have a sign that say guns. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Bro, I
like
would be
crazy.
terrified
Yeah,
as
it's
you, bro.
crazy. So I was driving through. And I was like, oh shit! And this car coming in the opposite direction of me flashes his lights.
Oh fuck! What does that mean?
That means that there's a cop ahead of you. So it's
Oh.
like a warning, which is
What a
also
homie.
at least in California, it's illegal to do that. So this fool like.
No, you
Yeah.
can't do that.
I know, like you can't
like
really
the cop
enforce
does
that. Like, you
cheating.
can't
No
really-
fair.
You
That's
can't enforce
cheating.
that, but like I was like, dude, this fool in this random ass town just saved because there was a cop like right, and I was going fast. So I was
Damn,
like, shit.
dude. Shout out if you're listening.
Shout
to this
out wherever you
random
are,
man.
homeboy. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, that was sucked.
Damn, man. Yeah. But like just driving through a literal ghost town, you're like, what the fuck?
I have like a wandering spirit. I just want to like I have always wanted to drive from like here to New York City, but like I can't accommodate. But maybe when the kids get older, you know what I mean? Like
I'm down for long
they're,
drives
like,
for sure.
10 and
personally.
12, and then that would probably be fine.
As long as it's with people, cool.
Once. I've always wanted to do that, and I feel like it was one of the best experiences of my life.
Yeah.
It was
cool.
pretty sick.
You got a Jack Kerouac.
It's very adventurous, you know. You're just like, fuck yeah, like I'm really in this bitch.
Yeah, dude.
Because it's kind of dangerous, like inherently. You're just like out there.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
out.
Like,
You're in
just,
unfamiliar land, and you get to see. And
get
like
your
the
motor
country is so
running.
interesting. The country, like people talk about travel all the time. They always talk about going to like whatever Hawaii, or they talk about going to like Europe. But like I feel like the continental U.S. is so like interesting.
Drive to Colorado, bro, and it's fucking amazing.
There's this
drive
guy,
to
beautiful.
Utah, like too,
Yeah.
like,
There's this kind of like
crazy.
random guy. He has like 3,500 followers on Instagram that I follow, and he's just like a nomad around the U.S.
Oh, cool.
He'll just like go to random places and whatever.
Yeah,
Every-
but
there's
I
a
feel
part
like when
of-
you do it that way, that's annoying because
Yeah, I
you're
know.
posting about it. Just go
But-
fucking do it.
But I
Yeah,
get it.
for
But like
sure.
every
But like
like
just seeing
it's cool to
like
see
how
that,
like
yeah.
random and like cool his life was, I was like, oh, that's pretty chill.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to the point though where I'm sure you want to set some roots, but like that would be
Yeah.
cool to live like that for like 2 years.
Yeah, I think
whatever.
he was a little younger probably.
I kind of I live like a controlled version of that for a few years. I remember like I was traveling a lot. I was like in Asia a lot back then, and like I was gone for like 4 months, and then I went through Asia for like 4 months, and then I came back and then drove across the country like immediately afterwards.
Damn.
So I just blew my load on.
Yeah, like, you get to the point where it's like, all right, time
I'm
to
just like,
settle
I'm
in.
gonna chill here.
Yeah.
Speaking of chilling.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we did it.
Yeah. Wait.
Speaking
way
of
to go,
chilling, I guess
did
we
it.
gotta wrap this baby up because
Yeah.
we
a lot of stuff
gotta
to-
hit our jobs tomorrow and get back to the old grind.
Got a lot of stuff to edit out.
Yeah, thanks for watching, folks. I'm sorry I got pretty racist there for a second.
Thanks for listening to your pretend friends.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Dude, nice job, guys. That was sick.